Side, it's yet to be determined. Let's straighten this out. Girls side, it's all set because Todd County Central got their revenge win over Logan County. That's going to be a very interesting 2-3 game. I couldn't tell you who's going to come out on top in that one between Logan County and Todd County Central. But the Lady Cougars perhaps hoping to see a potential preview of the 13th District Championship game here on the same floor that it will be played in a couple of weeks. They've only played 8 true road games this season, 4-4 in those up to this point. Strangely enough, both of their district losses actually came at home against Franklin Simpson and Todd County Central. This was a team, TB, that I remember when we were sitting there at Logan County talking about that game in preview. We talked all about the defense, how good they were at the time, top 50 defensively in points allowed per game. That defense has fallen off a little bit here as of late. If you look at this recent stretch for Logan County, they've given up at least 63 of their last 10 games, which may not sound like much, but they hadn't done so any times in their first 16. Franklin Simpson actually put up what at the time was a season high against Logan County of 63 points the first time these two teams faced off. And if they're going to have a chance here tonight, knowing that they really struggle on offense, as good as the defense is, they give up as many points as they allow on the season, right around 45 points. They're going to have to slow this thing down or come out and be extremely efficient like they were, at least in that first quarter against Franklin Simpson.
Yeah, in that first quarter, that last game, the scoring was 19-15 when Franklin Simpson went in that first quarter. And like you said, I mean, they're going to have to really amp up defensively and not allow this Franklin Simpson team to get on runs. And especially now when we've kind of seen just a big jump in three-point shooting, you're going to really have to pay attention. You know, I remember coming out of that 2A championship game, and teams were packing the paint, and they were more or less leaving Jasmine Savage open in the corner. They were leaving Sanaya Downey open on the wing. And then now, since I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 games ago, I'd say, since then, teams have had to guard out and play that perimeter, and that's the challenge when you're playing against Franklin Simpson team on a roll as they are now.
Well, and your diversion point is pretty simple. The return of Nasia Nolan. Yeah. You put a second shooter out there on the floor and everything changes. And there was just a respect for her after what she did last year, and teams were probably wondering, she made so many three-pointers last year, was third on this team in three-pointers made a year ago. She hasn't made any yet since she's come back, and then she comes out and she makes 4 in that game against Todd County Central, and that again changes how you have to guard this Franklin Simpson team who is 10-0 against Logan County. Under head coach Ashley Taylor, Logan County had won 7 straight before she was hired. This is the only team in the district that Coach Taylor has not lost to. She's 35-2. The only regular season loss coming in 2021 against Todd County Central. Lady Cats have a 35-point average margin of victory this year against District 13. Everyone has been by at least 24 over the last 2 years. Logan County and Todd County this year both by exactly 24 points. So it may be a bit closer than that 35-point number seems to make it. But as we get set to wrap up our pregame TB and get set for the starting lineups, the national anthem, and our tip-off, to me the biggest thing that stands out, we talk about the free throws. And we talk about this a lot of times with this Franklin Simpson team, especially in the district. They're favored to win. They should win. They probably will win. It is all about focus, crossing your T's, dotting your I's, take care of business, and use this as a training session to build up for that region tournament.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing is I want to see in this first quarter specifically, this team start the breaks off with defense. I mean, we've seen them offensively just kind of go out in hot starts first and second quarter, but the defense really hadn't came along until the second quarter. I'd like to see them really come out of the breaks in that first quarter and show some defensive dominance.
Franklin Simpson looking to make it back-to-back seasons, going undefeated in 13th District regular season play. It would be the 4th time in the last 5 years under head coach Ashley Taylor that the Lady Cats have been able to do so. It's the first half of a doubleheader from Franklin Simpson High School, Logan County, and Franklin Simpson. The national anthem is on the way, so we'll step away. When we come back, starting lineups and tip-off for this girls' matchup here on 92.3 WFKN. How are we doing with cutting out or anything? All right, you want to flip it over? I can call in. I can go ahead. I'm sure that sounded beautiful to the phone line. Well, I'll take it when you can give it.
Help me. Sorry.
Back with you here at Franklin Simpson High School, where the starting lineups are being announced here on Frank Hardwell Court, so we'll meet them as well. First for the Logan County Lady Cougars, coming in on the season, 14 up, 12 down under fifth-year head coach Deidre Adler. One region tournament appearance back in the 2022-23 season. They are 3-2 in district play. They go 3 guards, 2 forwards. Their star player, Brinley Adler. 5'9". She's kind of a combo player, just a freshman, averaging 12 points, 6.6 rebounds per game. Had 11 points the first time around against Franklin Simpson. Only 10 points in their loss to Todd County Central. At least 17 points in all 3 of their district wins. Addison Holloway, also a guard, a 5'5" sophomore, wearing the 0-0, averaging 3 points and 3 rebounds per game. Rounding out the backcourt is number 5, a senior, Takaya Mason. She averages 9.4 points per game and has made a team-high 28 three-pointers this season. The 2 forwards, Reese Wetton, a sophomore, number 25, averaging 9 points, 3 rebounds per game. She had 9 points against Franklin Simpson the first time around. And then Kyla Ballou, the 5'11" senior, who really came out, had a great start to the game against Franklin Simpson, got in some foul trouble, ineffective in the second half, finished with 10 points. It's going to be huge for her to stay out of foul trouble and stay on the court here tonight. For Franklin Simpson, the Lady Cats 21-2 overall on the season under fifth-year head coach Ashley Taylor. She's won 106 games, only dropped 26, and she has been practically untouchable against this 13th district for her career. 36 wins and 2 losses up to this point. The senior backcourt, Lanaya Brown, Jasmine Savage, and Vanessa Ray, and then the best front court duo this region has to offer. 5'8" junior Chloe Smith and 5'11" senior Larisha Cawthorn, who wins the tip for Franklin Simpson. The base white uniforms with blue numbers, blue name, blue stripes down the side. And the Lady Cats operate first on offense. Lanaya Brown on the elbow, kicks it out right corner. Can they pick up where they left off? The three-pointer misses off the heel from Ray. But I guess, TB, they still pick up where they left off with an offensive rebound.
Yeah, they are. They're going to be tenacious on the offensive glass.
The Lady Cats took over 70 shots in that game Monday against Todd County Central. Ray has it in the corner, coming off of tying her career high. This time steps into a mid-range jumper, missed it short, and the rebound is off the fingertip of Cawthorn and out of bounds on the baseline. Larisha averaging 21 points and 11 rebounds per game, 3 straight double-doubles after collecting another one with 16 points on Monday. She had 21 points and 11 rebounds, hit both of her average right on the mark against Logan County earlier this year. Left side, Holloway holds it, now sent to the top of the key to Ballou. Right side, Mason dropped it, and Chloe Smith is up with the steal. Chloe hesitates as she tries to pass it to Lanaya Brown. It's tipped. Chloe got it back, gave it to Lanaya. Now right corner, it goes back to Ray. Looking down low, now goes cross court to Smith. Left elbow, puts it on the floor, drives in, stuck on the block, goes up, and scores right through the body of Adler on the block.
Yeah, and what sets that up is you have 2 people down low guarding Larisha, making sure they're sticking with her, and that gives Chloe a one-on-one. And one-on-one, she can take it to anybody in this region.
Chloe Smith coming off her own double-double with 14 points and 10 rebounds against Todd County Central, was in double figures against Logan County with 10 points and a couple threes in that game. Ray defending well on the baseline, nearly forced Mason to throw it away, but instead Brown knocks it out of bounds underneath the Logan County basket.
And that's what I love to see, starting out defensively high as a team, really denying any pass.
4-0 Franklin, or 2-0 Franklin Simpson. Much better start defensively than the last time against Logan County. At this point, they had 8 points. 2-0 Franklin Simpson leads. Left side ball juggled by Wetton, trying to get it to Adler. Instead, it goes on the elbow. Ballou. She's one-on-one with Smith. Tried to pass it down low. It went off the bottom of the backboard and hit Lanaya Brown and then deflects out of bounds. I couldn't tell if it caught her on the shoulder or on the side of the face. Regardless, Lanaya shakes it off, and Logan County keeps it underneath again.
Call that a third deflection.
Smith picks off a pass. That's her second steal. Up ahead to Cawthorn. Tried to get it over Adler, but Brinley Adler got a hand on it. And it'll go to Franklin Simpson on their baseline this time.
Something interesting to note of this Wildcat team, in their last game in total, they had 15 steals against Logan County.
That's what they do. Cawthorn gets the inbound, has the shot blocked on the elbow as Ballou swatted it away, but another offensive rebound. Ray Smith, right side, Savage for three. Off the heel, no. Rebound batted, and Cawthorn secures another possession. Her pass goes off the foot of Adler. No call. It wasn't on purpose, but it goes to Cawthorn. Right side, Savage tries again. Misses again, but Ray gets an offensive rebound, throws it up high off the glass and scores. She was 5 feet from the basket. That ball went higher than the top of the backboard and banked off the left side of the square and went in.
That was impressive, and just as impressive as so many offensive rebounds in that singular possession.
This is what the Lady Cats did against Todd County Central. They out-rebounded them 43-18 on Monday. Takaya Mason holds it up top. Guarded by Ray. Drives right, stuck on the elbow. I think she rolled her ankle. She goes down. Ray has it coming across half court, and she's fouled at the free throw line as Mason is still down, and Coach Taylor's trying to get the attention of the officials. As Mason went down awkwardly on that right ankle and has stayed down at the right elbow of Logan County. So the game stops with 5:21 left in the opening quarter. Takaya Mason being checked on. Lady Cats get 2 early buckets from Vanessa Ray and Chloe Smith. They've been able to create turnovers, get out and run, and defensively, we wanted to know about focus. We talked about that with free throws. Sometimes you lose your concentration. You're not locked in on a game. You may not see it as important. Defense is another thing that goes with that, and the effort, and it feels like that has most certainly been there so far tonight for Franklin.
Yeah, they really haven't allowed many shot attempts. Actually, I don't believe, have they allowed a shot attempt this quarter? I don't think so.
I don't believe so.
Yeah, I think everything has been a turnover so far in this game, and so for Franklin Simpson, this is right into your game plan. We see this a lot. Teams aren't able to really put up many shots against this team because of the steals. 2 from Chloe Smith early on.
And you've got to play without fouling, not just the 31 free throw attempts given up to Todd County Central on Monday, but this is a Logan County team that thrives on getting to the line. Back underway, Smith on the block, kicks it out Savage to Brown, drives in, steps through, floats it up, missed it from 12, and Ballou clears on the block. Lanaya nearly lost that ball on the way up, did a good job of just securing it to find a way to get a shot off. Adler guarded up top by Cawthorn, nearly loses her footing but recovers and then bumps on the wing. I think a frustration foul that time from Risha.
Yeah, great dribbling right there. From Adler. She really broke down Larisha right there. It's not often we see that from how good of a defender Larisha is.
She'll come out, and Asia Nolan checks in, coming off of that career high with 16 points, made 4 3-pointers. That tied her career high in the game that originally set her high mark in points at South Warren last season. She had 14 with 4 threes. Ball in the right corner, Wetton loops around, now gives it off to Ballou, puts it on the floor, spins through, fires it up from 8, missed the jumper long, but an offensive rebound for Adler until Lanaya knocks it away. Savage right back to Brown, left side, drives in, goes right at Ballou, no foul, and it's boarded by Ballou as well. We said she's got to avoid foul trouble, that time get a good job of defending straight up. Left baseline jumper. I think Chloe recovered and got a hand on it. I don't know how she chased that thing down, but was able to block the jumper, and here comes Franklin Simpson. Ray darts it up to Brown, lost it off her knee, saved by Nolan. To Ray, Savage, left side 3. There it is.
And that's where you're going to have to look out. Barbecue chicken, that's what she said. If one goes down, then she might start cooking.
Sav made 5 of them against Logan County the first time around for a season-high 15. She's now made 33 threes this season. Right side jumper misses for Wetton, and Franklin Simpson operates again, leading it 7-0, just over halfway through the first quarter. Savage gets it from Smith to Brown, who holds it now, gives it to Chloe, top of the key. Right side, Ray surveys to Smith at the elbow, puts it on the floor, slips through, trying to get it underneath to Brown, but it's deflected, and Ballou is up with it. She seems either hurt or tired. I think she's going to take herself out here. I wanted to come out, but no, coach says you got to stay in. We'll see if they make the sub. Spencer Cawthorn and Majayla Butler will come in for Franklin Simpson, and now Ballou does come out for Logan County. I couldn't tell if she was tired or hurt. I think she was just exhausted after that big stretch.
I think so. The Franklin Simpson offensive players are just taking it to her, and now, especially with her off the court, you don't really have that shot-altering ability down low.
Freshman Alyssa Hampton comes in for her. Adler's the tallest player on the floor now for Logan County. His left side, Wetton drove in, missed the shot, contested down low, and then commits a foul against Vanessa Ray, who got the rebound. 3:14 left in the opening quarter. Logan County still yet to score.
Yeah, they've only attempted 4 shots and got an offensive rebound early on. But right now, just Franklin Simpson hasn't allowed an open shot in this entire quarter.
Yeah, even the few shots they've gotten off have not been good ones. Blue will check back in at the next break. Nolan holds it on the left wing. Had scored 2 points in all of her games since returning from injury. The Logan County game the first time around was the last time Franklin Simpson didn't have her. Cawthorn on the baseline to Majayla Butler in the mid-range. Steps in, fires it up from the left block, and she's fouled.
You know what I liked in that possession? It was I know it was a great job of Majayla Butler attacking, but I love that they were able to get an entry pass to Larisha to be able to play make from the short corner there.
We've talked about this a lot. This team's 2 best playmakers might be the 2 forwards, as Butler makes the first of these 2 free throws, averaging just under 2 points and around 2.5 rebounds per game on the season. Had 4 points and 3 rebounds against Todd County Central. As the sophomore fires up the second and gets the bounce. 9-0 now. Franklin Simpson under 3 minutes left in the first quarter.
A little man-to-man press.
That's where Franklin Simpson has changed this pressure. It's not a trap or anything. They literally just guard you one-on-one up the entirety of the floor. Ballou going to work against Spencer. Spins left. That one rattled out. Was the best look they've had. Didn't fall. Brown up ahead to Nolan on the right wing. Spins off the catch. Goes right at Ballou. They say no foul. Rebounded down low and a miss. That one no foul called. Spencer gets it back again. She misses long. Ballou knocks it out, and Lanaya Brown chases it down. Into the corner. Butler steps into the mid-range. Fires up a jumper. Had it blocked by Holloway. Coach Taylor can't believe that none of those were fouls. And regardless, it's still going to stay with Franklin Simpson. With 2:14 left in the quarter. Brown to inbound. Comes in deep right wing to Nolan. She bobbles it, gets it back, now gives it back into the corner. Right elbow Cawthorn. Turns, faces, fires, missed it short. And they get a push from behind on Spencer against Adler, who was going to have that rebound.
Yeah, I think if you're Franklin, you wish that you had one of those drop in. You got, I don't even know how many offensive rebounds they got in that possession. Probably 3 or 4, but you wanted one of those to fall.
9-0. Franklin Simpson leads as a timeout is taken by Logan County with 2:05 left in the quarter. TV, you keep up with the shot numbers. How many shots? What is the shot disparity?
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
For Franklin Simpson. As we get back underway, Adler gets the rebound. Franklin Simpson again pressuring all the way up the floor. Cawthorn and Spencer the bigs. Butler, Brown, and Nolan the guards. Ball goes into the right corner. Now they go to Mason. Down low. Ballou fronts up against Spencer. Spins left, and her jumper again hangs up on the rim and then falls off. They still haven't scored. Cawthorn brings it across herself. Left side to Butler. Back to Larisha on the elbow. Shovels it back to Nolan. Jabs right. Kicks to Butler. Down low. Brown on the block. Back to Nolan. Kick out Cawthorn. Tees off for 3. Missed it long, but Nolan gets an offensive rebound. Risha at the free throw line. Beautiful entry pass to Talia Spencer. Couldn't handle it initially. Gives it back to Risha. And a 3-second violation is going to be called, as through all of that, Talia was camped in the paint. Just couldn't handle the initial pass. She'll now check out as Chloe Smith comes in. Butler and Nolan also out of the game, as Savage and Ray check back in for Franklin Simpson. So the starting lineup on the floor with 1:20 left in an ugly first quarter, but the Lady Cats lead at 9-0. Adler gives it to Ballou, baseline, going at Smith, kicks it out Adler. Fake the mid-range jumper, gets inside. Posted up Cawthorn, hits a cutting Mason, and she banks in a runner to put Logan County on the board. That was really good execution offensively.
Yeah, and a great find from Adler, drawing again Larisha, getting the shot blocking away for a cutting player. I mean, it was a great execution.
Savage stuck on the right wing with 50 seconds left in the quarter, and she's called for a 5-second closely guarded. Was being pressured there by Holloway, and nobody came to help her.
And right now, if you're Franklin Simpson, you want to just close out this quarter, collect yourself, don't allow Logan County to score again, and just close this quarter out on a good note.
Holloway brings it across. being guarded by Savage. Drives right, beats her to the rim. Ray helps, and wide open there off the help was Hampton. Again, great execution, draw the help defender, and Hampton was left wide open. All of a sudden, it's 9-4 with 30 seconds left in the quarter. Logan County applying some half-court trap. Left side, Savage is left alone because of it. Missed the three-pointer long. Smith trying to chase down the rebound, does so, but then throws it away to Holloway. 18 seconds left in the quarter. Up ahead, left block layup, missed short. Wide open was Hampton, but she couldn't score. Here comes Ray, beats the first defender. Bounce pass, it's picked off by Ballou, and then Vanessa tried to tie her up and fouled with 7.5 seconds left in the quarter.
Right now, Logan County's, and this might be a game plan, Logan County's best strategy going forward right now is to have a cutter, have somebody drive, and a cutter kind of come in from the backside. That's where they scored both of their buckets.
Second foul on Nessa, so we'll see how much we see of her in the rest of this first half. Logan County doing what Barron County did to the Lady Cats, speeding them up offensively. Ballou up ahead, a pass to no one. Cawthorn picks it off, and they have to call her for a travel as she bumped into someone, nearly made the half-court shot. And Logan County will have 1 second to work with here with an inbound right in front of us besides the scorer's table. Ball in the front court. Cawthorn defending against the inbounder Mason.
Just towering over her as well.
Mason gets it in left side. Ballou turns and fires over Smith. Nearly hit it. It was dead on line, but left it short as it grazed off the rim. Franklin Simpson started this game on a 9-0 run. It took nearly the entire quarter for Logan County to score, but all of a sudden it feels like a ball game. Just 9-4 Lady Cats leading it after one on 92.3 WFKN. We should be able to do a minute. High School Lady Cats leading at 9-4 over Logan County in this district finale. Tyler Eaton joined by Tavius Babb as during that break between quarters, an impassioned Jermaine Savage was preaching to his team to lock up on defense, which the Lady Cats do on this first possession, and force the ball thrown away on the baseline. But TB, we talked about effort coming into this game. If you guys don't know the dynamic about this team, obviously Coach Taylor is the head coach, but Jermaine Savage handles a lot of those timeouts and meetings with the team. And he said straight up, y'all are playing lazy so far.
Yeah, I mean, right now, it just kind of seems they're kind of out of sorts.
Downey fires up a three from the left corner, missed it long. Cawthorn gets the rebound and then draws the foul down low against Ballou. Larisha scoreless in that opening quarter. Rare that you see her go scoreless in any quarter. And typically the first half, especially in district and region play, her strongest, because she knows that she won't get to see the floor much in the second half, as her first free throw swishes home. Larisha, a 67% shooter on 7 attempts per game. She was just 13 for 25 over her last 3 games coming into this one. Bit better against Todd County Central, though, 4 for 6 from the stripe in that game. Takes her dribble, spins it on the left hand, and fires up the second. It's good.
And in that first quarter, Logan County, we talked about how they didn't get many shots up. And then after that, it seemed immediately they got up a bunch of shots compared to Franklin Simpson, who put up 1 shot after we kind of mentioned that in the broadcast.
Mason holds it up top, guarded by Lanaya Brown. Takaya Mason and Alyssa Hampton, both with 2 points. That's the scoring for Logan County. Mason gets around. Brown to the right side. Great help from Cawthorn. Forces the miss, but nobody there to get the rebound. Mason got it back herself. Holds it on the right wing to Adler left side. Downey on her. Adler, the leading scorer on the season. She's scoreless so far. Gets inside. Sends it out to Hampton, guarded by Smith. Drive, kick, Holloway. That's what they like to do. Drive, kick, drive, kick, drive, kick, and then eventually hit you with a backdoor cut somewhere. as Blue holds it up top, guarded by Cawthorn. Larisha's got a foul, so got to be careful. It goes on the block. Adler one-on-one with Downey. Fakes left, goes right, missed it short. Great box out from Sanaya as well, and Majayla Butler is able to get the rebound.
Great defensive possession overall.
Downey left side. Goes back up top to Butler, who fakes right. Now back to Downey. Looks down low, tried to skip it to Larisha, but threw it too far, and it's out of bounds. Back to Logan County. Jasmine Savage will check back in, as will Nasia Nolan.
Yeah, we got to see some good offense going so far. We haven't really seen anything in the half-court set outside of them just getting offensive rebounds to nothing to be really proud of outside of those offensive rebounds.
Albeit Lady Cats got off to a better start against Todd County Central on Monday, then exploded for 30 points in the second quarter. Not sure we've got a 30-point second quarter in store here, as Mason is wide open on the right wing, missed the three-pointer long, and Nolan rips down the rebound. Brings it across half-court herself. Being chased down from behind, lost the ball, and Holloway is up with it. Here comes Mason. Hesitation dribble at half court. Holloway wants it back on the left wing. Gets it. Extra pass into the corner. Now gets it right back. Cross court, Ballou to Adler. Guarded by Smith. Back to Ballou, and they go back up top to Mason. 6 minutes left before halftime. It's 11-4 Franklin Simpson. Right now the guard's just passing it back and forth. Now it goes to Ballou on the elbow, guarded by Savage. Gets inside, spins. She loves that spinning fadeaway. This time able to connect from 8 feet out, and the lead is back down to 5. That's the third time she's tried that same shot.
And all 3 times, good looks by her, too.
Smith tries to get it in down low to Cawthorn. Pass deflected. Risha saved it, though. It would have been out on Logan County, and the Lady Cougars come up with it after the attempted save. Adler into the corner. Off a drive. Here comes Hampton. Her pass deflected, and Nasia Nolan up with it. And she's going to hold it up on the right wing. Tries to go to Brown, catches it on a wild pass to Savage left side for 3. Off the front of the rim, Smith can't save it on the baseline, and Logan County will get it back. Savage, it feels like a combined 6 or 7 inches away from having already made 4 threes in this game.
Yeah, she has been. Honestly, that's been the only good half-court set we've seen.
Yeah.
Has gotten her the ball off of a couple passes.
I don't think it's any coincidence that her and Nasia are on the floor together right now. As Holloway has it left side up top to Mason. Back to Holloway. Free throw line, Adler. Kick out, Mason, right side 3. Off the left side, but another offensive rebound. Nobody boxed out. Wetton sliced in and was able to collect it and score. It's a 3-point game. Ray, free throw line, kick out, Savage, left side 3. That one off the front of the rim as well. It's rebounded by Ballou. Logan County's cut it to a 3-point game. Mason is fouled hard by Ray, and that's her 3rd.
And I don't know if that was out of frustration or if that was just kind of being ambitious. And that's not the foul that you want to get right now with 4:29 left in the second quarter.
She and Sav come out. The backcourt now, Butler, Nolan, and Brown. Chloe Smith and Cawthorn, the 2 forwards. Brown tries to knock it away from a cutting Holloway, and she's called for a reach-in foul. That's her first. Just the second on Franklin this quarter, but the 3 fouls on Ray, huge. Coming off of tying her career high on a night where offense has been hard to find. Right side, Mason has it guarded by Cawthorn. 4:14 left to go in the second quarter. It's 11-8 Franklin Simpson, the Lady Cats, with just 2 points in the quarter. Left side, Wetton drives, gives it off to Adler. Guarded by Brown, isolated in the left corner. Drives to her right, gets to the top of the key. Now jabs and gives it off again to Hampton. Down low, Adler between 2 defenders just muscles her way through and makes it a 1-point game.
And again, just good passes by Logan County. They have just moved the ball really well and found the open woman.
Smith at the elbow, kicks it out. Nasia Nolan tries a 3. Airmailed long, but Butler chases it down in the corner. Cross court, hits Nolan on the left block, scores and 1. Needed that bad.
You did need that bad. I mean, this team right now has been struggling offensively. You know, in this half, they have turned the ball over more times than Logan County, which is something that we don't ever see from this Franklin Simpson team. 8-6.
That was a great job that time by Nasia, who had cut in and clapped so loud that we could hear her to get Majayla's attention, knowing she was left all alone on that left block. It got Logan County's attention as well, but they were late with the rotation, Adler picks up the foul. Free throw missed off the right side. Goes all the way out of bounds into the Logan County bench. And with 3:31 left in the quarter, it's 13-10. Now Franklin Simpson leading. Mason gets it into Ballou, finally back in there for Logan County. Guarded by Smith as she comes across half court. Behind the back dribble, and Chloe reaches in and commits a foul.
And I know the coaches are just not wanting them to reach anymore because they've gotten called every time.
They've been consistent with calling that foul.
And there's contact on there,
yes.
So it's not a bad call by any means.
Wetton inbounds to Ballou, gives it right back to Wetton. Baseline drive, tries to wrap it around, and it's picked off by Nolan. Up ahead, Lanaya Brown all alone. The pass was a little behind her, so the defense able to recover. Now it goes to Cawthorn. Free throw line jumper falls off. Cawthorn gets it back, and she's fouled on the putback try. If that's on Ballou, it's her second. It's not.
And three things in life are always true: death, taxes, and Larisha Cawthorn getting an offensive rebound.
The issue for Logan County, while that was not on Ballou, it's on Wetton. And so it's not her second, it's her third.
Oh, wow.
So one player on both sides with 3 fouls as Cawthorn makes the first free throw. She's got 3 points all at the stripe tonight. Adler and Wetton will come out. This is not a very deep Logan County team. They usually reach into about a 7-player rotation. They've already had to break past that here tonight. As Sanaya Downey comes in, Chloe Smith checks out.
And I think the idea maybe is to keep bodies fresh.
Yeah.
Because on defense, you're doing a great job.
Cawthorn, second free throw, misses off the front side. Downey gets the rebound on the right block. Then she had it swatted back by Ballou, who was tied up down low by Lanaya Brown, and the arrow keeps it with Franklin Simpson. What a great play. That one doesn't show up as an offensive rebound, but worth one. Lanaya gets it into Downey, holds it on the left hand, now kicks it up top to Butler. Looks at the free throw line, Brown, jabs both ways, gets inside, kick out Cawthorn, puts it on the floor, and walked, trying to pick up her dribble at the elbow. I think they're kind of had in her mind what she wanted to do. The defense cut it off and got stuck.
Yeah, her mind kind of did 2 things at one time right there. And again, just another Franklin Simpson turnover that right now they're just not getting any shots up.
Cawthorn deflects the inbound pass right back in to the baseline. 14-10, Franklin Simpson leads it. In the second quarter, brought to you by Wilkins Eye Care. Wilkins Eye Care, we love the Lady Cats and support all the players and coaches' eye care needs. We are accepting new patients, so call us at 270-776-2020 to make an appointment with Wilkins Eye Care in Franklin. Adler walks it across half court, guarded by Downing. She's only got 2 points so far, but has orchestrated a lot of this offense. As Hampton wraps up top, and Lanaya Brown just picks her pocket. Lanaya all the way to the right block, missed the layup short, got it back, and then the second try blocked out of bounds by Mason as Lanaya walks off in frustration, and the Lady Cats will take a timeout. I think that's the word overall for Franklin Simpson in this one. Frustration from the players, from the coaches. Add it all up with 2:30 left before halftime. 14-10 is the Franklin Simpson lead. For reference, this was a game, we talked about the first meeting between these two teams. 63-39, Franklin Simpson won it the first time around. It was just a 4-point game at the end of the first quarter. It was just a 10-point game at halftime, which for some games, 10 might be a lot, but for this Franklin Simpson team in this district, that's a close margin. Logan County's been able to play Franklin Simpson close, and TB in the second quarter, the offense, I know they've only scored 6 points, but when they've executed, they've been able to get wide open, easy looks.
Yeah, I mean, all of their buckets have been wide open, easy looks outside of a Ballou turnaround little baby push shot, which, again, for her, when you about
even
5
there,
inches,
they were able to use the offense to set up a size mismatch to where she fades away, but she's really not falling away from the basket.
Exactly, yeah.
Round to inbound out of the timeout. Goes into Cawthorn. Underneath, one-on-one with Ballou, and there's foul number 2.
And right now, if you're Franklin Simpson, I mean, if you're going to keep on getting fouled, you're going to have to start making these free throws. 3 for 5 in the game so far. But, I mean, again, outside of that, it just seems like offensively it's kind of been a little razzled.
Razzled. You mean frazzled?
Frazzled. Did I say razzled?
You said razzled.
Razzled dazzled. Frazzled.
I've watched basketball for 25 years now. I'd like to think that I've been watching it since I came into this world. I don't know that I would call 14 points in about 15 minutes razzled? I would say it's slightly frazzled. I know I, at this moment, am frazzled. Larisha missed the first free throw. I think she heard it and she's frazzled. Let's see if she'll razzle and dazzle us with the second one. Fires it up, and she does. Hey. It was about as ugly of a razzle and dazzle as you can. It bounced on every part of the rim and then fell through, but to quote Brian Talley, we'll take it. Left side, Ballou. It's 15-10. Franklin Simpson lost it down. He can't save it on the sideline in front of us. Just puts the ball on the floor very kindly for the official. As Chloe Smith will come back in. Larisha comes out. She's got 4 points all at the free throw line. As Adler gets the inbound on the left elbow, guarded by Butler. Faces, but has to wrap it back up top. Butler has become this team's enforcer. Adler stuck with it 6 feet off the top of the key. Nowhere to go and finally gets rid of it on the right side to Hampton. She's guarded by Brown. Drives right, gives it off in the corner to Mason. Right now, great defensive lineup out there for Franklin Simpson. 4 guards and 1 big with Smith. Mason right side under 2 minutes left before halftime. Looks up top, nobody there, instead goes right corner. Adler still being absolutely hounded by Butler. Tries to post her up, has to pick it up just inside the 3-point line, then just throws it off the body of Butler out of bounds as Majela claps it up after.
And you know, I'm going to say this: one good steal and a layup the other way will get this team going. We've seen defense turn into many offensive possessions for this team, and they can keep this defensive pressure up.
Hampton spins in around Nolan, flips up the layup and scores. That was a beautiful spin. Driving left, came back right to the right block. She's now got 4 and the lead back down to 3. Right side Downey drives in against Ballou, who stays in there with the fouls. Was able to pick up a block to boot, and it stays with Franklin Simpson down low.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if she was trying to shoot it or if she was trying to dump it off to Chloe down low. Either way, hard to do
Nolan.
anything.
Downey, again, Ballou blocks the shot. Pass deflected, and then Butler chases it down in the corner. Nobody on Logan County thought Franklin Simpson had a chance. To Brown, left side, Nolan, 3-pointer from the wing. Doesn't get the bounce, and Ballou clears again. Minute left before halftime, 15-12, Franklin Simpson. Left corner, Holloway down low. Adler seals off, throws up a right-handed hook shot, missed it, nearly had it back, but then Downey knocked it out of bounds. Logan County will inbound with 50 seconds left in the quarter.
Yeah, Logan County has made 3 of their last 5 shots in this quarter. Playing excellent offensive basketball.
Adler gives to Mason, gets it right back, missed the layup after Butler tried to draw the charge, had it back, and again knocked out of bounds. So Logan County will try it again with 43 seconds. And that's the other thing we've started to see is these hustle plays, on offensive rebounds, loose balls. It's adding up for Logan County.
Multiple possessions, and give a team like this that we've seen get hot before.
Right corner, Hampton fires a 3, and she drains it. We are all tied up. Hampton's got 7. 30 seconds left before halftime. Where does Franklin Simpson find an answer? That was a reach-in foul against Holloway. They didn't call it that time. Downey lost it. Ahead Adler, and she walks on the right block before making the layup that would have given Logan County the lead.
And that would have been the shot to really set off this Logan County team and Logan County crowd. And if you're Franklin Simpson, you got to finish out this quarter.
I believe in the words of the great prophet, Rasheed Wallace. Ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie.
That was probably the first blatant reach they've missed in this one. And the travel called up ahead. The basketball god squared that one away. Franklin Simpson has it in the front court. 12 seconds left before halftime. We are tied at 15. Lanaya Brown, right side Smith, fakes a 3-pointer, takes one dribble, had it knocked away again, and we get another foul against Logan County. That puts Franklin Simpson in the bonus. That should be 2 free throws for Chloe Smith as Holloway picks up her first foul.
And, you know, I don't think I've ever said this before, but I think for the first time, Franklin Simpson wants to slow the pace down of this game because right now Logan County has sped them up and has caused them to make many mistakes in the quarter.
It's what Barron County did. That was the new formula as the free throw misses short from Smith. For a long time it was pack it in, and then we've seen Franklin Simpson start to shoot that down, and now it's become speed the Lady Cats up to get them out of their fantastic half-court sets. When they work, they're unstoppable, but they haven't been able to set them up. It was a struggle to do so against Barron County. Smith's second free throw misses as well. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Mason coming up the right side, guarded by Brown. 1 second, and she carried. Didn't have a chance to get a shot off. Really, it might have been better for Franklin Simpson if the quarter just ended. But in theory, with 0.6 on the clock, you can get a catch and a heave here in a 15-15 game. Smith will inbound. Gives it to Brown, and she's going to hold it to bring the quarter to a close. It was 9-4 Franklin Simpson after the opening quarter. As we head into halftime, we are all tied up at 15 from Franklin Simpson High School. Logan County, we said it earlier, they're going to be in a battle with Todd County Central in the opening round of the district tournament. They want this to be a preview of the 13th district championship game, and so far they would tell you they want this to be a preview of how that game would go if they can make it there. 15 all at halftime after that second quarter, brought to you by Wilkins Eye Care. At Wilkins Eye Care, we love the Lady Cats and support all the players and coaches eye care needs. We are accepting new patients, so call us at 270-776-2020 to make an appointment with Wilkins Eye Care in Franklin. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll get you all the numbers from that opening half, and we'll preview this boys matchup coming up again, where we're going to see the top 2 seeds in the district face off. It's a district doubleheader tonight. Franklin Simpson and Logan County at halftime of the girls' game. We're tied up at 15 here on 92.3 WFKN. We can do 2 minutes. You know, it almost feels weird being on the phone and not hearing the echo back into my ears and destroying my eardrums.
Logan County has made more field goals than Franklin Simpson.
I mean, we have.
That's crazy. That's actually crazy.
I can't name a thing that we've done well.
Offensive rebounding.
First quarter. We've got.
Well, it wasn't as bad second quarter.
Huh? We need another one.
Oh, me.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust it.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot, just like the fajita. I write what I live, my life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
Are you looking for a place to connect, grow, and worship? Discover Franklin First United Methodist Church in downtown Franklin. Join us every Sunday for 2 uplifting services. Experience our traditional service at 9 a.m., where hymns and heartfelt messages bring our community together. Or come to our contemporary worship service at 11 a.m., where you'll find a lively atmosphere filled with modern music and inspiration. No matter where you are on your faith journey, there's a place for you here. Join us this Sunday at Franklin First United Methodist Church. We can't wait to welcome you home.
Hey, Mr. Smith, what was that call about last Friday night?
Well, Doc, I thought he crossed the line.
I'm pretty sure everyone in the stands thought you were the one that crossed the line with that call.
I guess I get that all the time, Doc.
Well, I'm glad you finally came in here to get your eyes checked at Wilkins Eye Care.
And like I said, I hear that all the time.
Go, Cats!
Wilkins Eye Care, 705 North Main Street, Franklin, Kentucky.
Against Todd County Central on Monday, and a lot of that had to do with offensive rebounds. Some of it turnovers, not as much perhaps as we're used to seeing. Tonight, the Lady Cats have had both of those, and I'm interested from your perspective what it's been, TB, for Logan County that has shut down despite giving up turnovers, despite giving up offensive rebounds. What have they been able to do to prevent Franklin Simpson from capitalizing on any of it?
I mean, one, I think the presence of Baloo keeping her in the game down low, especially the outside shooting has not failed. They're 1 for 6 from 3 in the game. And so everything else has been in the paint. And with Baloo down there, especially guarding Larisha, you have somebody comparable in size enough to alter shots. We've seen her, Baloo, block about 3 or 4 shots in the first half or so. And this team defensively have locked in. And again, if Logan County just makes a couple of bunnies that they've missed, with Baloo missing a couple turnaround floaters, or hooks, and then a couple of just missed layups, this Logan County team could be up.
As a reminder, over the last 2 years in this district, Franklin Simpson has won every game by at least 24 points. They beat this Logan County team by 24 on their home floor earlier this season, but what we're starting to see, TB, and it started to trickle in a little bit early on in the season, but it's really come on strong as of late after the latest loss to Franklin County, and even some instances South Warren playing Franklin Simpson close. And we've seen it lately with Barron County taking the Lady Cats into overtime. Teams are now coming into these games against Franklin Simpson, not just playing to hang around, but teams are playing the Lady Cats to beat the Lady Cats, which I love because you need that now. In a game like this, you've struggled, nothing has gone right. How do you respond to this in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is right now for this team, if you're going to come out, Franklin Simpson, come out in the second half, is you got to make some buckets. I know we talk about how great their defense is, and their defense, again, still has been great. There's been a couple of defensive breakdowns, but on the offensive end, you got to make some shots. You got to get out in transition, good passes down the court, and make some easy ones to really set up your offense and get your team going, kind of like how we saw at Todd County, where in the second quarter it seemed like, things kind of were not as stalling as much as this was, but were stalling a little bit, and then they just kind of broke out into jumpers and transition buckets. So for this team, you got to come out and you just got to make some shots.
The Logan County and Franklin Simpson boys out there warming up, and when I say the Logan County boys, I mean they've only got 2 players out there warming up, but one of them, their star player, Samson Hightower, the 6'6 senior, whose scoring average in the 9 games since they played Franklin Simpson, his scoring average has gone up 3 points. It was 17. It's up to 20 per game on the season. He scored at least 20 in 14 of their 25 games. He set a then career high 31 against Franklin Simpson in the first matchup between these two teams. A dominant win for the Cougars. Absolutely dominant. Franklin Simpson in that game set a season high for three-pointers made, and it wasn't even close to being relevant. It was 83-53. Logan County wins that game on their home floor. Hightower scores 31. He goes 12 for 13 from the free throw line, and then the next game he comes out and he scores 35 against Edmonson County. He's got 8 double-doubles on the season. There's a lot that we could talk about in this game coming up for the boys, but objective number 1 for Franklin Simpson is going to be to find a way to stop Hightower and make the rest of the Cougars beat you.
Yeah, you got to stop him, especially in that first quarter where he did most of his damage. And you got to stop him and then figure out that 3-2 zone, that 2-3 zone that they were running against you. And if you can do that, then you can match up and you can play against this Logan County team well.
Might help you to shoot that thing down with Ja'Kai Pardinger, who went 3 for 3 from three-point range. Another 20-point performance against Todd County Central. That's after he tied his career high with 21 against Russellville. He is 8 for 9 from three-point range over the last 2 games, a stretch that has seen his three-point percentage go up 8 points, 8 percentage points over the course of just 2 games. The Wildcats, whether it's from outside, inside, whatever it is, they've got to find a way to keep Ja'Kai hot and use their half-court offense to generate open looks for him without him having to work too hard off the dribble to get him.
Yeah, and, you know, I came into the gym a little bit early, and this team was kind of working on how they're going to prepare for Logan County. And I saw some press beaters that really got some quick looks into the corner. Ja'Kai ran a couple of those, caught a couple of those. And so for this team, again, shooting the ball as efficiently as you did against Logan County, but again, stopping defensively and putting up a lot more shots than what you did last time.
Time to get the second half underway for the girls' game here at Franklin Simpson High School. Again, if you're just joining us, we're all tied up at 15. Franklin Simpson up 9-4 at the end of the first quarter. The Lady Cougars turn around and flip the script with an 11-6 second quarter as we get the third frame underway, presented by Clark CPA and Advisory Group at 927 Brookhaven Road in Franklin. Tanner and his team do it all. Call them at 270-586-9899. Logan County with the first possession, and the ball is thrown away as Holloway trying to get it down low, overthrew her target, and Chloe Smith with another steal. Off to Lanaya Brown at the top of the key. Down low, entry pass, one-handed grab by Cawthorn on the right block. She's double-teamed. Bounces it to Smith, and her bunny falls.
And that's what we talked about, defense leading to offense. The defense just couldn't kind of get back to where they wanted to, and that let Larisha find an open Chloe Smith down low.
And now the Lady Cats, it looks like in that 1-3-1 they've been working on. Down low, Adler is wide open because of it. And again, let me emphasize this. It's a defense they've been working on, and Adler left all alone to tie it back up at 17.
I mean, that was perfect. When you get the ball to the middle around the free throw line, especially against that 1-2-1, it leaves it open.
Cawthorn had it knocked away. It goes out of bounds to stay with Franklin Simpson. Lady Cats will inbound from the Coffin corner. Chloe now with 4. That ties Risha for the team high. Both of them had double-doubles on Monday. Cawthorn double team out the inbound. Back to Ray. She had it knocked away, but got it back on the baseline. Now sends it out to Brown. Savage into the corner. Smith fakes it to the elbow, drives in against Adler, had it knocked away from behind by Ballou. Ray saves it, kicks it out to Savage, and she just lost it off her hands into the Franklin Simpson bench.
And that's one thing we've talked about is turnovers in this game. Right now, Franklin Simpson, 12 turnovers total to Logan County's 13. So, I mean, a team that you don't see turn over the ball as much is kind of just ballooned in the first half and even coming in the second.
We see a lineup change as well as Hampton actually starts the half for Logan County. Gives it off to Mason, driving right side, gets in against Ray, takes the foul, makes the layup. Logan County has the lead on the 4th foul called on Vanessa Ray. My goodness.
And for Ray, I mean, you just cannot foul in that position. It's too early in the quarter to pick up your 4th foul. It was a play that you kind of, you got to be in. Typically, we see her speed catch her up, and in that case, it kind of got her fouled.
Nolan comes in for her. Free throw good for Mason. Logan County leads 20-17. A minute and a half into the third quarter. 2-3 zone right now for the Lady Cougars. Right elbow Cawthorn, guarded by Ballou. Dribbles it to the free throw line, kicks it out Savage. Wide open for 3. Missed that one again. It's rebounded by Adler. Off to Holloway. Brown tries to chase her down from behind. Can it goes free throw line. Jumper up. That one missed off the heel. Smith able to get the rebound off the Hampton miss, but then it's taken away by Holloway. Adler in the corner. Ball fake goes down low. Barrels into Brown, and they call a block.
In this quarter, that was Logan County's first miss, a shot attempt to go 2 for 3 starting out the quarter. And with that foul, puts him at the line. And again, right now, Logan County seems to have made all the adjustments to really stick it to Franklin Simpson.
And they made a lineup change. I mentioned that getting the start was Alyssa Hampton, the guard, as the free throw falls for Brenley Adler, who only had 2 points in that opening half. She's already got 3 in this second half. Reese Sweaton in foul trouble. We said Ray came into the half with 3, picks up her 4th. Logan County, Reese Wetner, their starting forward. She was in foul trouble with 3. They leave her on the bench to start the quarter, go with 4 guards and a big. It's working so far. Adler misses the second free throw, but it's 21-17. Savage, right corner, Smith guarded by Adler. Looks down low. Now goes back outside to Savage. To Nolan. Back to Sav on the right side. Down low, Smith posted up against Adler. To Brown inside. And a 3-second in the key called against Larisha on the block as Lanaya had got it trying to drive in.
Yeah, I mean, this team is just making uncharacteristic mistakes right now. And again, it's hard because you have Ballou camping in the paint and able to do kind of alter any shot that's being attempted.
Mason on the right wing. Her Lady Cougars up by 4. To Ballou, top of the key. Hands it off to Hampton. Right side, Smith with another steal. Just ripped it away. Chloe in transition. Goes right at Ballou. Stops on the left block. Missed the layup long. Mason gets the rebound for Logan County. Off to Holloway left side, and she holds it up on the wing. And they'll set up the offense with 5 minutes left in the third quarter, trailing this game by 4. Left wing, Holloway. Guarded by Savage. Puts it on the floor, crosses over, gets inside, kicks to Ballou, juggled it, but then goes outside to Adler, and Larisha, too aggressive, picks up a foul. That's already the third of the quarter against Franklin Simpson.
And you got to watch that foul trouble. You cannot get in the bonus, especially when Logan County seems to be rolling on offense. Can allow them to shoot free throws as the timeout's called.
Lady Cougars call a timeout with 4:49 left in the quarter. They are leading it 21-17 against Franklin Simpson, outscoring the Lady Cats 6-2 in this third quarter, brought to you by Clark CPA and Advisory Group at 927 Brookhaven Road in Franklin. As a former athlete at FSHS, Tanner Clark knows a thing or two about basketball and a thing or two about money. Tax questions or issues that you need consultation for, need bookkeeping or payroll done. Tanner and his team do it all. Call them at 270-586-9899. It's been a stunner so far. I think regardless of the result, it's going to continue to be that way. I said this about the Barron County game. It was one of those games, if you're Franklin Simpson, you just got to find a way to win and then adjust. The Lady Cats were down 27-19 at halftime in that game, but it was the third quarter where they flipped the script. They were able to get Barron County in foul trouble. Here, Logan County getting Franklin Simpson in foul trouble. And when they've been in tough spots, TB, the difficult thing here is that Vanessa Ray has been the spark plug. She has more often than not been the answer. She was the answer against Logan or against Barron County. Where does Franklin Simpson find that answer now when Larisha is surrounded by 3 defenders every time she touches the basketball?
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have somebody from the perimeter, Chloe Smith even. I think Chloe Smith might have the game where it kind of brings it back because she is typically not matched up with Ballou and has the opportunity to score.
She's got the only 2 points of the quarter for Franklin Simpson as we're back underway. Adler has it in the corner, guarded by Cawthorn. Pulls it out to the left wing, looks down low, gives it off to Ballou, who came out to the corner to get it. Drives baseline around Smith, stepped on the baseline, tried to draw a foul, but Chloe played it straight up and Ballou slipped up.
I think if you're Franklin Simpson right now, you run something to get either Larisha one-on-one through some kind of action screen or so, or get Chloe the ball after a Larisha pass.
I think you do what you've got set up here. They had Risha at the free throw line. That's where she gets it. Goes to work, gets around Ballou, and they call
3 seconds in the paint again.
Again, they say that Smith was the one camped in the paint.
Yeah, I mean, she was, and they haven't called that too often this season.
No.
And maybe that's why the Lady Cats are kind of struggling with it right now, but it was definitely made aware.
This is definitely the first game we've seen it called multiple times.
Exactly, yeah.
And they've called it on both sides. Smith nearly gets another steal, was trying to knock it away from Ballou, did so, but was the last one to touch it as it goes into the scorer's table.
And Smith right now, her active hands have really helped Franklin Simpson. 4 steals in the game so far for Chloe Smith.
Reese Wetton does check back in for Logan County with her 3 fouls. The sophomore averaging 9 points, 3 rebounds per game, gets the ball in the backcourt. Listed as a 4, but really functions as the point forward. It's her and Adler. Right side, Mason. Guarded by Brown halfway through the quarter. It's 21-17 Logan County. Mason off a screen, fires it up on the right side and buries a jumper. For 3, it's a 7-point game. Right side, Nolan has it in the corner to Brown. To Cawthorn at the free throw line, tries to go down low. It's tipped by Ballou, but gets it back. Nolan, her pass to Brown deflected and taken away by Mason. in transition. Nolan trying to chase her down. Can't do so. Layup good. It is 26-17, Logan County.
And Logan County has made 4 of their 5 shots in the quarter, and they are fired up right now.
Franklin Simpson has to take a timeout. They scored the first 2 points of this quarter. Since then, an 11-0 run for the Lady Cougars of Logan County. They are 14-12 on the season. A losing record against this region. 3-2 in the district, and they're beating Franklin Simpson 26-17 with 3:19 left in the third quarter. The answer, Franklin Simpson wants it to be that high-low with Cawthorn to Smith. They're calling that offensive 3-second every single time. What do you do now if you're Franklin Simpson to combat this? It's almost a hybrid defense from Logan County because they're doing a good job of closing on the perimeter, but once that ball gets inside, they are just sucking in and giving no room to operate.
Yeah, I mean, I think, again, we kind of talked about it at halftime, is they got to make some shots. And one thing I noticed, they brought back in Jasmine Savage. I think she checked in to the scorer's table. Yeah. I think when you get Larisha the ball at the free throw line, if you stay in that high-low situation, I think your immediate look is maybe to throw it back on the perimeter, kind of work it inside-outside, because right now they will just pack the paint and everybody suffocates inside.
Well, and here's the story coming out of the timeout, and I think I agree with this decision. Vanessa Ray's back in with 4 fouls. And you said it. I mentioned this earlier. She's been the answer. You just said it. I think she has to be in the game. She has it up top, out of the timeout. 3:15 left in the quarter, down by 9. Gives it to Savage right side. Down low, Cawthorn goes right at Ballou and scores and flexes after the fact. But still work to do. Down by 7. Now Franklin Simpson can set up pressure. Wetton brings it up against Ray. Nearly walks, but gives it off on the left side to Holloway. Savage on her, crosses over, gets inside, goes right at Ray. No call, and it's knocked out of bounds. They say last touch by Franklin Simpson. Ray tried to draw the charge. They give no call either way, and the Lady Cougars will keep it down low. Wetton gets the inbound of the corner, guarded by Smith. Trying to throw it to Ballou. She was running away from the ball. Ray picks it off. Goes right at Mason. Right block. Missed the layup long. Cawthorn got it back. She's fouled on the putback try. Here come the Lady Cats.
And that's what we talked about. Vanessa Ray, even in the absence of scoring, has started to kind of start this momentum for Franklin Simpson off the defense. And right now, if you're Franklin Simpson, you make a pair of free throws, and you need to start a run right here.
And I think at that point in time, you just needed to spark somewhere. We've talked about energy and how important it is for this team. The energy was dead. Vanessa comes back in. You get a bucket from Risha. She makes the first free throw. And like you said, even though she misses the layup, and she'll check back out, they're going to have to use her very wisely here. You're able to get out and run in transition and make something happen. Larisha's only made 1 field goal so far in this game. But she's now up to 8 points 8 points. She's made 6 free throws. Here comes Ballou. Gets across half court, guarded by Butler, and they get a reach-in foul. Looked like Majela had taken it from her. The Franklin Simpson crowd, as you would suspect, doesn't agree. Coach Taylor runs about 15 feet off the floor before Coach Savage grabs her and reels her back in.
I mean, I thought she just ran into Majela after Majela found her positioning.
Ballou gets the inbound, hounded by Smith. She got away with the carry. Now gives it off to Mason. 2:30 left before the fourth quarter. Mason gets a hand check called against Lanaya Brown, and that one is the right call. And that's the 5th foul. That will be 2 free throws for Logan County.
Yeah, I think you just can't do that in that position. You know the refs are kind of calling those close calls, and so you got to keep your hands off of them, play good positional defense, and not, again, just foul like that. So
Mason made her only free throw earlier in the quarter. She's been the star of the quarter for Logan County with 8 points, and she makes the first of these 2 free throws, a 62% shooter on the season. Brown comes out, and there's Vanessa Ray back in. Might be a lot of offense-defense. Mason, second free throw, swishes home. And the lead is back up to 7 for Logan County, 28-21.
I think you look for a Jasmine Savage corner 3.
Ray brings it across, right side, gives it to Sav on the elbow, then gets it right back. And Franklin Simpson will set up their play. Ray, right side, Savage, looks at the elbow, kicks it into the corner, Butler. Checks down low, not there, and goes back to Savage. To Ray, free throw line. Cawthorn puts it on the floor, slips around, made the layup. Chloe Smith camped on the block, set a screen with her hip, and set up the basket.
Yeah,
Larisha all of a sudden with 6 straight.
I mean, Chloe sealed off the defender and set a screen at the same time.
Mason right side off a screen from Adler. Gives it back to Adler down low, guarded by Butler. She walked. They call a jump ball. It had to be a walk or a jump ball regardless. Possession to Franklin Simpson. And the Lady Cats have life. 1:45 left in the quarter. Lead is down to 5.
And we've talked about it. The defense of this team brings the energy of this team, and that's what translates. Bring back Vanessa Ray, and we'll see something happens.
Ray has it in the front court. Savage on the right wing to Cawthorn at the elbow. Leaves it off on the baseline. Butler drives in. Back to Cawthorn. Jumper. Larisha scored 8 straight. 3-point game. Ballou gets the inbound right back to Mason. Butler on her. Now Wetton will bring it across. Vanessa Ray has to be careful defensively. Wetton gets around her. Inside. Cawthorn helps rip the ball away, but they call a foul. She just took the ball right out of her hands. Larisha was off to the races. But instead, it's 2 free throws for Reese Wetton.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they said that there was some contact right before. I mean, she really palmed the ball on the shot, too. I don't know. So she hit the arm or something.
Official Jamie and Bailey told Coach Taylor that she hit the arm. As Wetton's first free throw falls, Logan County did not take a free throw in the opening half. That's been another big difference here. This will be their 7th attempt of the second half, and they've only missed 1 so far. Make it 2, but Ballou gets a free offensive rebound on the left block and banks it back in.
A timely offensive rebound. It's kind of what's been the saving grace for this Logan County team throughout the game is timely offensive rebounds.
Under a minute left before the fourth quarter. Butler wraps around, and she's fouled up top by Holloway.
You know, and I say if you're Logan County, that's a good foul. You settle down Franklin Simpson. You make them kind of reset in their half-court set. You have fouls to give. If you're Franklin, you got to close out this quarter with some kind of points.
You do. 31-25, Lady Cats down by 6. Savage left wing, gives it on the baseline. Cawthorn, there are 3 defenders around her. Turns back right, fires up top of the key to Savage. To Brown on the right side, steps in, wide open 12-foot jumper, missed long. Ray takes the rebound away over Wetton. 40 seconds left in the quarter. Into the corner, Cawthorn down low, hits Brown, slices through, lost it. Ray gets it back, flips it up from 12, missed it. Cawthorn fouled down low, they don't call it. She does not care and scores again. 4-point game, 31-27. Ballou falls down, bring it up as Wetton with 20 seconds left in the quarter. Collides with Ray, no foul call. Vanessa's got to be careful. Ballou on the right side, 15 seconds left in the quarter. Guarded by Smith. She carried again. They didn't call it. Fades away. Misses the jumper. Cawthorn storms in to get the rebound. 6 seconds. 5. Collides with Holloway. 4. All the way to the rim. And she's fouled by Mason with 2 seconds left in the quarter.
And that's how you finish out a quarter with great defense, good rebounding. And again, Larisha off in the races, nobody stopping her. She's taking it to the rack, and she is going up strong.
Larisha had 4 points in the first half, did not make a field goal. Franklin Simpson called a timeout, trailing this game by 9. Since then, Larisha has scored all 10 points for the Lady Cats. And with her first free throw rattling out, the lead still stays at 4 for Logan County with 2 seconds left in the third quarter.
And again, talk about the impact of Vanessa Ray playing with 4 fouls in the entire quarter and not picking up that foul, but defensively and rebounding the basketball was so vital for this team.
And Larisha's got 3, so both of them have to be careful as Cawthorn does make the second free throw. 31-28. Logan County has to inbound. Ballou does get it in, and Mason just holds it to bring the quarter to a close. Logan County scored 15 points in the first half. They scored 16 in the third quarter. The lead ballooned up to 9. Franklin Simpson battles back. If that was a battle, we'll see who wins the war in the fourth quarter. 31-28 Logan County leads as we head to the final frame here on 92.3 WFKN. We can do a minute.
Oh, I thought Vanessa would have picked her.
She's done.
I mean, that looked like that was a foul, to be honest. They might have got away with the push-off.
I think in the first half they were very.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot, just like the fajita. I write what I live, my life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
Eight minutes of game time left to go here at Franklin Simpson High School. The Lady Cats with work to do, trailing at 31-28 to Logan County in what would be the biggest upset in the region this year. The Lady Cats start the quarter with a turnover. Sanaya Downey the other way, missed the layup long. Larisha Cawthorn got it back. She will head to the line for 2 free throws. She scored 11 straight points for Franklin Simpson to end the third quarter. She's got 15 for the night. Nobody else has more than Chloe Smith's 4 for the Lady Cats, who just forced the 4th foul on Reese Wetton for Logan County. Vanessa Ray has 4 fouls of her own as Cawthorn swishes the first free throw. Nessa does not start the quarter on the floor for Franklin Simpson as Wetton also comes out for Logan County. Alyssa Hampton in. Hampton with 7 points in this game, averaging just 2 per game on the season, did not score in the first matchup against Franklin Simpson. The story in that third quarter, Takaya Mason. She scored 10 points in the quarter alone and is up to 12 so far for the Lady Cougars as Cawthorn makes both, and it's a 1-point game. Mason inbounds to Ballou, who only has 2 points, but her impact has been incredible defensively as she got the inbound, and Coach Adler did not like a single thing about what was happening there. In 17 seconds into the quarter, has to take a timeout. 31-30, Franklin Simpson leading it over Logan County. Again, the district decided this just potentially a chance for these two teams to continue to fill each other out for the district tournament, maybe the region tournament. You never know how things will unfold. Franklin Simpson did not expect to get this test tonight, but boy, they have been put to the limit in this one.
Yeah, I mean, I think a test that they definitely needed going into the rest of the season. Going back to Larisha, in that first half, she really struggled shooting the ball. She was 0 for 5 in the first half. In the third quarter, goes 4 for 4. 4 rebounds, 2 offensive, has turned it around and already secured that double-double that she's gotten. But again, work to do. You got to close out this quarter. You got to continue the defensive pressure that you found late in the third.
Got to keep the energy. And so far, the crowd helping ring it. The student section has come to life. Left side out of the timeout. Hampton brings it up. Now sends it out to Adler. The Stars have been quiet between Adler and Ballou. Adler just 5 points in this one. But boy, she's been a Swiss Army knife on both ends of the floor. Those two defensively have been the Stars. Ballou drives, spins, throws up the jumper over Downey. That one misses, and Cawthorn gets the rebound. Well defended by Sanaya. Here comes Risha. Brings it across herself. Kicks it out. Naja Nolan. Corner 3. Left it short. Majayla Butler gets the rebound. Cawthorn wanted it outside, but Majayla was double-teamed and had it knocked away. Here comes Holloway into the front court. Gives it to Ballou, who holds it up and gives it to Adler. 7 minutes left in the game.
Defensively, Franklin is locked in right now.
Adler gets it off a cut, goes into the body of Butler, takes the contact, scores, and one. They have just maybe once or twice a quarter ran a little action like that with the ball at the elbow, a quick catch and cut. And we saw this a lot more from them in the first matchup between these two teams. They've kind of saved it, and that time executed brilliantly. And Adler has a chance for a three-point play that for now calms the Franklin Simpson crowd, but brings Vanessa Ray back in for the Lady Cats. Adler's free throw, good.
And right now for Logan County, in this second half, shooting 5 for 9 from the field, 1 for 1 for 3.
Ray gives it to Cawthorn, left side drive, kicks it out to Savage. Fakes the 3, then gives it back to Risha. To Brown at the free throw line. Cuts inside and is wedged between two defenders and fouled, trying a left side jumper. They'll get that one against Mason. That should be her third. She's got 3. Holloway has 3. Wetton has 4. Ballou has been able to stick with her 2 fouls. As Lanaya Brown averaging 7.5 points per game on the season, scoreless so far tonight, and it remains so after missing the first free throw.
And I think defensively, as they come back around, as she misses the second free throw, you gotta play good, smart defense.
Holloway gets the rebound, now off to Mason. The lead remains 4 for Logan County. Lady Cats have missed 8 free throws. 9 for 17 at the stripe. Mason right side, guarded by Ray. Brings it out to the right wing, and I think Logan County content to run some clock here with 6:20 left. And they know Ray can't pressure. Has to pressure without fouling. It goes up top to Holloway. Takes a handoff, guarded by Ray. Spins left, gets inside, and they say she was tripped up driving in by Savage, and they'll give 2 free throws for it as well.
Well, was she in the act of shooting?
I don't think she was until she was tripped. But Holloway scoreless for the game, averaging 3 points, 3.5 rebounds. Will go to the line for 2 free throws. Her Lady Cougars leading 34-30. First one rattles off.
And if you're Franklin Simpson, right now they've done the job of trying to get Larisha the ball, though it's been on closer to the perimeter, so she really hasn't been able to make something happen. I think you have to run something to kind of get her the ball closer to the rim.
Holloway's second free throw swishes home after not attempting a free throw in the opening half. In the second half, they're 7 for 10. And the Lady Cougars lead by 5. Ray holds it left wing. Right side to Savage. Into the corner, Brown. Fakes a pass, drives baseline, wraps all the way around, kicks it out. Sav, top of the key, 3. Off the heel, no. Smith with the rebound. Dribbles in, drops it off for Cawthorn right side. Jump ball called, and the arrow keeps it with Franklin Simpson. As Ballou and Adler just continue to put in work. Adler thought it was Logan County ball, and Lanaya has to correct her. Ray will inbound.
Look for a little lob up to Larisha if they can.
They give it right side. Brown, who flips up a jumper, missed it short. Vanessa gets the rebound, fakes once, fires it up, missed it short herself. Cawthorn takes the rebound away from Adler. Operating inside, goes at Ballou. Fadeaway jumper, that missed, and Adler clears. Brindley Adler will bring it up herself. Top of the key, slices in, kick out Mason for 3. Rattles off, no. Vanessa Ray with the rebound. Vanessa in transition, up ahead, floats it to Cawthorn. Guarded by Ballou, takes the contact, count it, and 1. We said earlier, there are games where it's the rest of the team. Larisha did not have to score against Todd County Central tonight. It's been the Larisha Cawthorn experience, and it's going to have to be for the final 5 minutes and 16 seconds. At a certain point, you just have to unleash your superstar.
And they've needed every single bucket, every single free throw from Larisha to keep them in the game, and right now she is taking over offensively.
She has scored 15 straight points for Franklin Simpson, and you can make it 16 as the free throw falls.
10 for 13 from the line.
35-33. Can the Lady Cats break through? Adler being pressured, and that causes Coach Adler to call another timeout with 5:13 left to go in the ballgame. 35-33. Franklin Simpson trails Logan County. Can the Lady Cats finish the comeback? We'll find out together after this on 92.3 WFKN.
For a place to connect, grow, and worship, discover Franklin First United Methodist Church in downtown Franklin. Join us every Sunday for 2 uplifting services. Experience our traditional service at 9 a.m., where hymns and heartfelt messages bring our community together. Or come to our contemporary worship service at 11 a.m., where you'll find a lively atmosphere filled with modern music and inspiration. No matter where you are on your faith journey, there's a place for you here. Join us this Sunday at Franklin First United Methodist Church. We can't wait to welcome you home.
I don't know where she got that from.
Mr. Smith, what was that call about last Friday night?
Well, Doc, I thought he crossed the line.
I'm pretty sure everyone in the stands thought you were the one that crossed the line with that call.
I guess I get that all the time, Doc.
Well, I'm glad you finally came in here to get your eyes checked at Wilkins Eye Care.
And like I said, I hear that all the time.
Go Cats!
Wilkins Eye Care, 705 North Main Street, Franklin, Kentucky.
Back from a 9-point deficit Just over 5 minutes left to go in this game. The entire storm to get back into it has come from Larisha Cawthorn, who now has 20 points in the ball game. She had 4 in the first half. Now 15 times this season that she scored at least 20 points, and she's going to need more. As we get back underway, Logan County will have possession out of the timeout. Adler looking for an option, finally gets it in the very last second to Hampton, then gets it back. Adler guarded by Cawthorn. That's the matchup. Crosses her over, got inside until Cawthorn knocked it away. Ball on the floor. Butler up with it. Smith, Hail Mary, Cawthorn all alone. Mason comes up and hacks her from behind. And Larisha Cawthorn will have 2 free throws to tie this game. And that's the 4th foul on Mason. She and Wetton both with 4.
And even though, that was her 4th foul, that was a great foul by her because Larisha usually is able to power through those kind of fouls and wasn't even able to get the shot off really. So, you don't want her to get her 5th foul, but in a game like this, you can't give up any free points.
The way that Mason shot off from half court, it looked like Goldberg erupting to set up for a spear. Cawthorn's free throw swishes home.
She has been amazing in this second half, shooting 7 for 8 from the free throw line, and then 5 for 6, from the field. So
she's been the entire offense.
She has been, and she's
quite
been
literally
perfect.
The only 2 points were from Chloe Smith, the first basket of the second half, as Cawthorn makes both free throws, and we are tied up at 35. Adler guarded by Cawthorn again. Larisha poked it away again. Smith up with it to Larisha. Give the Lady Cats the lead. Timeout, Logan County. Are you kidding me?
Talk about grittiness from a team that was tied 15-15, goes down big, and has come back with a vengeance against these Lady County Cougars.
Larisha Cawthorn, now in this 4th quarter alone, has scored 9 points. She scored 11 points in the 3rd quarter. There are still 4 minutes and 45 seconds left in this game. For reference, she has 24 points total. The rest of the team has 13. She came into this game needing 48 to get to 2,000 for her career. She has already cut that in half. Incredible game from Larisha Cawthorn. A season-defining game potentially for Franklin Simpson to find a way, a game that nobody is going to look at and be impressed if you win this game for Franklin Simpson. There is no praise that's going to come in if you win this game and you're Franklin Simpson. The only side of it is you're going to get bashed if you lose this game. This is all right now an internal affair, and the Lady Cats are finding a way so far to grit this one out, but still need to finish the job.
And, you got to finish the job. This sets you up for later in the season if you can finish your job and be mentally tough with a quarter and a half that you just didn't shoot the ball well at all.
Adler gets it into Ballou, then gets it right back. Guarded by Butler. Cawthorn comes to trap to Ballou. Brown picks her up. Ballou walked. They didn't call it, and gets it to Mason in the front court. Brown comes to guard her. 4.5 minutes left to go in the ball game. Free throw line, Adler holds. Trying to get Ballou to come get it. Now faces up against Butler. Gets inside. Kicks it out. Three-pointer on the way. Missed short. Long rebound. Cawthorn goes on the floor to get it. And she's fouled from behind. That's the 5th foul against Logan County. And will send Larisha Cawthorn to the free throw line for 2 free throws. And send Reese Wetton to the bench with her 5th foul.
And again, it's Larisha making the play that needs to be made. 8 rebounds in the second half of her 14 total. She has been unstoppable.
She limps down the floor, pauses to stretch out those knee pads at the top of the three-point line. Let her take all the time in the world before these 2 free throws. As Wetton has to come out, Hampton takes her spot. Wetton finishes the game with 3 points for Logan County, as Cawthorn fires up the first and hits.
13 for 16 from the line from Larisha alone, shooting 81%.
The lead is 3, 38-35. 4:18 left to go. Cawthorn spins it on the left hand and fires. It's perfect. She has scored every point in the quarter. 11 points in back-to-back quarters. 39-35, Franklin Simpson, 4:10 left to go. Mason brings it across. Brown cuts her off on the right wing. Takaya Mason wraps around to the top. Ballou picked up by Smith. Fakes the three, puts it on the floor going right. Fell down, but passed it before she did to Mason as we took under 4 minutes left to go in the ball game. Mason was the star in the last quarter with 10 points. Scoreless in the fourth quarter. As a team, Logan County have scored just 4. Free throw line. Adler holds, guarded by Ray. Drives in, slips around. Vanessa missed the layup, and Mason takes away the offensive rebound. Butler on her. Now it goes outside to Hampton, and they reset.
We talk about timely offensive rebounds.
Cawthorn nearly got away with a kicked ball, reached out the leg to take it away from Hampton. Then on the way to the rim, took off from 2 feet, tried to dunk it. She was only about a foot short.
I bet if she really tried, she could get up there.
I think she could. Hampton will inbound on the far side after the kickball violation. It comes in up top to Adler. 3.5 minutes left to go. Her Lady Cougars trail it by 4. Brinley Adler, right side to Takaya Mason. Adler with a screen set up to the left, but Mason waves her off. Up top, pass deflected by Ray. It was a lazy pass. Ray took it away and scores on the right side. 41-35. Timeout called. Franklin Simpson leads with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left to go. And what I love about every single time these timeouts have been called, the bench has gotten up and exploded and forced the energy into the 5 that are on the floor for Franklin Simpson. You have no choice but to be excited right now.
Yeah, especially with Vanessa Ray. Again, playing against adversity, 4 fouls in the second half all this whole time. And in that, I know we talk about how she always has to slow down when she's making those layups, taking those layups full court. She did not slow down an inch and was nearly perfect. I mean, that was incredible.
Vanessa has not had the scoring impact that we have seen from her as of late. Just in this ball game, 4 points, and that finally broke the spell for Larisha Cawthorn of 22 straight that she had scored.
A LeBron-esque run
for Franklin Simpson. But it's timely moments. We talked about this. I remember the South Warren game. We talked about Jasmine Savage. Oh, she struggled from three-point range. Hits a timely 3 to put the nail in the coffin of that game. Up at Barron County, there were so many players that would tell you they struggled for Franklin Simpson. What does Chloe Smith do? 6 points. She scores in the second overtime to help the Lady Cats finally put that game away. Here, Vanessa picks off the lazy pass, scores in transition, and the Lady Cats lead 41-35 with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left to go. Coming out of the timeout, Logan County with possession.
And I think if you're Franklin, now you settle in, you do not foul.
Adler on the elbow, kicks it out. Ballou, guarded by Smith, back to Adler on the left side. Guarded by Cawthorn. Up top, Mason. Ray picks it up. They want to isolate Mason here. Now it goes on the right wing to Ballou. Mason tries to set an off-ball screen for Adler. Doesn't work. Now goes back up top to Mason. Cawthorn has switched on to her. 2:40 left to go in the ball game. Everything well defended. Holloway in the corner. On the block, Ballou fakes left, now spins that way. Smith, it looked like she blocked the shot, but they call a foul. Chloe hopped up and down twice after the call. She thought she had it clean, but it'll be 2 free throws for Kyla Ballou.
And Ballou, I mean, she has really great footwork when she gets the ball down low. I mean, I've seen her take that shot, and I believe that any other game she makes a lot of these shots.
She's only got 2 points so far, but has a handful of blocks. Has been great on the boards, and here gets a friendly bounce off the back of the rim as the free throw falls through. Makes it 41-36 as Jasmine Savage will come back in for Franklin Simpson. Sav made a 3-pointer in the first quarter. That's the only 3 Franklin Simpson has made. Ballou's second free throw hops off the back of the rim, nearly hits the top of the backboard, and then switches through again to make it a 4-point game, 41-37. Cawthorn will bring the ball across half court. Gets to the top of the key, pressure from behind and lost it. She thought she was fouled by Hampton. No call. Holloway to Ballou to Adler. Logan County has numbers. Franklin Simpson recovers. Now Ballou has it up top to Adler on the left wing. Guarded by Brown. 2:15 left to go. Adler on the elbow. Now sends it outside and they work it up top to Holloway. Savage on her. Holloway Isolated on Savage. Now they go back out to Ballou. Defended loosely by Ray. Ballou to the top of the key. They want to get it down low to Adler. She's got the mismatch against Lanaya Brown, and they can't. Now Mason comes to get it up top. Cawthorn on her. Under 2 minutes left to go. Logan County needs to find a way to generate some points. Mason into the corner. Shot fired up, and it's swished home by Ballou. She was given space because the Lady Cats came off trying to help off the ball against Adler, posted up on Brown. Ray was caught in between, didn't get out on Ballou, and it's a 1-point game.
I think we're about to see that 3-man weave action at the top.
It's set up. Smith, Ray, and Cawthorn are going to pass this thing around and force Logan County to either foul or take it away. Under a minute and a half left to go. Smith holds it up top. Cawthorn springs free to get it. Smith sets a screen for Ray, and this will just continue to be the case until Logan County forces the issue.
I think you foul once if you're Logan County to make the next foul put you in the bonus.
They have a bonus situation as the timeout is called. It's confusing with the scoreboard because the fouls show for the guest. So there are 5 fouls against Logan County, 3 for Franklin Simpson. The Lady Cats are in the bonus. 1 minute, 3 seconds left to go. They take a timeout in a 41-40 ball game. If you're just joining us, you missed a lot. I'm not even going to try to recap it. Franklin Simpson down by 9 in the third quarter. They storm back thanks to 22 straight points. You heard that right, 22 straight. Now, Logan County scored in that span, but for Franklin Simpson, 22 straight points for Larisha Cawthorn. Finally broken up by a 2 from Vanessa Ray that at that point made it a 6-point Franklin Simpson lead. Logan County has answered with a 5-0 run to make it 41-40 with a minute and 3 seconds left. The Lady Cats have possession. They're in the bonus. Mason cannot foul. She's got 4. That's really the only one that they can't afford to foul for Logan County.
And I think for Franklin Simpson, you want the ball in Larisha's hands.
I think so.
She's the high hand from the free throw line. She's the only person that has made more than 2 field goals in this game.
And she's your best percentage free throw shooter on the season. Smith gets it into Ray. Statistically, that's who Logan County should look to foul. Instead, it goes back to Cawthorn. She's bumped by Mason, and that does it for Takaya Mason. That was a double whammy for Logan County. With 55 seconds left to go, you foul the last person you want to foul, and the person that commits the foul is the last person you want to commit it. So Cawthorn will go to the line for 2 free throws. I can't add up all my dots. What's she shooting at the line in this game?
14 for 17, barring these 2 free throws. Just incredible.
Cawthorn spins it on the left, fires it up with the right, and swishes it home.
Again, I mean, something that she hasn't been particularly well, a free throw shooter over the course of the season. When she needed it most, she has turned it on.
She's got 27 points. Second on its way. Rattles home. She has not missed a free throw in this quarter. 9 for 9. She's made 10 straight overall. It's a 3-point game. Adler guarded by Cawthorn with 50 seconds left to go. Cawthorn picked her pocket. She took it away. Larisha to Majayla Butler. Lost it. Ray gets it back and scores. Lady Cats up by 5. Got to get back and defend. Holloway spins away up top. Leaves it up on the right wing. They go into the corner. Adler drives around Cawthorn. Gets to the right block and scores. Clock ticking under 30 seconds left. Ray quickly gets the inbound. Brings it up the right side. They're trying to chase her down, and finally Holloway does with 22.5 seconds left to go.
And if you're Logan County, that's anybody outside Larisha getting the ball at the foul line is what you wanted in this possession. Vanessa Ray hasn't attempted a free throw this entire game.
And her first one misses short. You need to make one. In a 3-point ball game, 45-42. Adler gets inside and scores. She's now into double figures with 10. Ray's second free throw. Missed long. Cawthorn took the rebound away. A jump ball called. They call a jump ball with Ballou. Her hand was on Larisha's wrist. And they call a jump ball. Logan County will get it back. Down by 3 with 21 seconds left to go. Adler gets the inbound. to Holloway. She brings it across half court, guarded by Chloe Smith. Crossover dribble, left side, ball kicked out. Ray took it away. Vanessa Ray stole it away. Gets past Ballou, missed the layup. Ballou with the rebound, 5 seconds left. Up ahead, Adler saves it on the baseline, throws it up at the horn, misses long, and the Lady Cats survive. 45-42. Franklin Simpson finishes off an unbeaten regular season in 13th district play for the 4th time in 5 seasons under head coach Ashley Taylor. Over the last 2 years, they had won every single district game by at least 24 points. Tonight, the margin 3, but the win counts the same as the Lady Cats move to 22-2 overall on the season. Logan County valiantly falls to 14-13. They finish the season 3-3 in 13th district play. We're going to take a break because we all need one. When we come back, we'll get you all the numbers from this one. We'll talk to Coach Taylor. We'll talk to our player of the game. If she doesn't send out Larisha Cawthorn, I'm going to take it personally. She is your player of the game. Spoiler, it was all Larisha tonight as the Lady Cats win it 45-42. Your first post-game show of the night on the way after this on 92.3 WFKN. Let's do 2 minutes.
Golly.
That's a good way to sum it up.
Oh, yeah. That was definitely a foul on Ballou.
Her hand was on her wrist.
Literally.
That was bad. The official couldn't even see it. That was an anticipation call. That was bad.
Golly. Whew.
I've got Larisha with 29. What do you have her with?
I have 28.
That might actually be what it is. I think I misadded here. It is 28.
Yeah.
I'm glad I asked before I said it wrong. I just did my quick math was too quick.
Sheesh. And I have her for 24 of the 28 in the second half.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
45, 42, right?
And she goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I have her 16 for 19 on free throws. Is that right?
Yep, that's what I got.
Good Lord. So, yeah, she scores 24 in the second half.
That's ridiculous. That's actually insanity.
22 in a row.
Hey, that's like
here's her medal.
I will make sure she gets the medal. I promise you. You're blaming Tyler?
You know why?
Why?
Because he skipped the game. Shows back up and do all the finish.
Oh, man.
Well, that means you're stuck. I can't leave and mess it up again.
Yeah, you can't miss any more games, Tyler.
After having the opportunity to collectively catch our breath, we can say Franklin Simpson winners tonight in the girls matchup between the Lady Cats and the Lady Cougars of Logan County. 45-42, your final score. Franklin Simpson didn't just trail 31-28 at the end of the third quarter. In that third quarter, the lead got up to 9. We see now in this stretch of games for the Lady Cats, 2 out of the last 4, they face serious adversity. Barron County, a game that goes into double overtime before Franklin Simpson finds a way to win. Logan County tonight in a much more shocking affair than that one. Barron County is the consensus number 2 team in this region. Logan County has been in and out at the bottom of the top 10, the area top 10, voted on for the Bowling Green Daily News. They find a way to come out tonight. Didn't look like it was going to happen. They were trailing early on, 9-0. It wasn't just 9-4 at the end of the first quarter. It was 9-0 before Logan County flips this game on its head, put Franklin Simpson on their heels. But the answer came in the form of Larisha Cawthorn. who doesn't just score 28 points. She does not just score 24 points in the second half. She scored 22 of those points in a row for Franklin Simpson. In a second half where the Lady Cats score 30 points, she accounts for all but 6 of them. In her 4th straight double-double, dominant fashion, Larisha Cawthorn doesn't just earn Player of the Game honors. Larisha Cawthorn, this is a performance of the season for her, and obviously you hope there's much more that lies beyond this. But up to this point, this was a game that I said this earlier. If you lose to Barron County, yeah, it catches some eyes, and people say, oh, maybe this is a tighter race than we thought it was, and that's already the thought. You lose to Logan County, you're not going to hear the end of it. Franklin Simpson had to find a way to win this game, and the way was just Larisha.
Yeah, and again, I think the grittiness of the game, it wasn't the cleanest game from a team standpoint at all whatsoever, but this team decided to be gritty, and in the second half really turned it around. Just to go over some stats for Larisha, because yes, 22 in a row is crazy, but then she also had 14 total rebounds, 9 offensive rebounds, 4 steals, an assist. She literally did it all. And then you have other players that came along, not in the scoring column, but as far as rebounding the ball, stealing the ball. Vanessa Ray, 7 rebounds, 3 steals. Chloe Smith, 4 rebounds, 4 steals. I mean, this team collectively, defensively, really turned it on that second half, and that shows with the Logan County team that, again, in that first half, averaged 10 and a half shots per quarter.
Yeah.
In that second half, 4 for 7 in the third quarter, which was good for them. In the fourth quarter, 3 for 8.
Wow.
So they really slowed them down there.
Great performances from Takaya Mason. Finishes with 12. She had 10 points.
She did. She
in
was
the
awesome.
third quarter alone. That was the run. 16 points in that third quarter for Logan County. The lead ballooned up, and the big decision, we're going to ask Coach Taylor about this, Vanessa Ray with 4 fouls has to come back in that third quarter and doesn't even score in that third quarter, but it was just the energy that she brought. It was weird because the excitement kind of calmed the storm on the side of Franklin Simpson. She scored 6 points. That's actually the second most for any Lady Cat in this game, but those 4 points in the fourth quarter, huge to help put this game away.
Yeah, and in that third quarter, whenever it was towards the end of the third quarter when Vanessa was put back in the game and she got a timely steal, and it seemed like the energy started to ramp up a little bit for this Lady Cat team, and then that's when that post, and then that's when you saw Larisha just take the game over in Larisha fashion.
Kyla Ballou, I want to give her flowers for Logan
yes.
County. 7 points in this game, but, man, defensively just made things a nightmare for Franklin Simpson to try to operate around.
Yeah, I mean, defensively, her presence down low. Again, we don't have the official stats on her. I could almost guarantee you she had about 3 or 4 blocks in that game. And then a timely 3 by her that cut the lead down to 3 that could have seen Logan County tied the game up had were they able to get across half court and really deal with that Franklin Simpson pressure.
And that 3 actually cut it to 1 at the time.
Oh, excuse me, sorry.
That's when they made the 3, and then they calmed down. And really, that was where Logan County lost the opportunity, was that sequence on the far side. Franklin Simpson had to find somebody to get it into. They go into Ray initially. Logan County, this was inside a minute left. Logan County does not foul her. Instead, they let it go to Cawthorn. Mason, with 4 fouls, has to come over and commit her 5th. Larisha goes to the line, makes both. She doesn't just go 16 for 19 by herself at the free throw line in this game. Mind you, she had been struggling coming into this one. I mentioned this. She was 13 for 25 over the last 3 games, all of them on the road. You get her back home, not just does she go 16 for 19, but TB, she made her last 10 free throws in a row in this ball game. Larisha Cawthorn checks every box for your player of the game, presented by Pelican Snowballs of Franklin. With over 100 snowball flavors, Pelicans is the perfect place for you and your family to get a treat. Be on the lookout for the start of their next season. We're going to take another break. When we come back, we'll wait to see Coach Taylor, because this is one of those games I can promise you that locker room meeting is going to take a bit. Once we chat with Coach Taylor, once we give out our player of the game, we'll get into the boys' side of things. We're about 15 minutes away from tip-off and some change between the Wildcats and the Cougars, a battle between the top 2 teams on the boys' side in the 13th District. Our girls' post-game show continues after this on 92.3 WFKN. Let's plan on a couple, but if I see her, I'll let you know and we'll cut it short. I may need another Powerade after that. Good God.
You can say at the end, it was razzling. Oh, me.
I've seen close to a performance. Like I've seen Lucy Patterson when I was at Warren East. She went to Lindsey Wilson. I believe she scored 20 in the fourth quarter against Bowling Green, and we lost that game. That's the closest I've seen to that.
I mean, that is kind of crazy. Like, that's like, there's not many players that can say like they took a game over.
Yeah. No, I cannot put hers past Lucy because that Bowling Green team won the region.
Sure.
But considering the circumstances, good Lord. That's my only thought.
Hey, your show was really good. I listened to it today.
He shouted out your interview.
I did. Barbecue chicken.
Where are you going to be on Saturday?
Huh?
Are you at MTSU Saturday?
No.
Western?
Back with you here at Franklin Simpson High School as we continue to await Coach Taylor. We'll see and kind of feel out that situation and revert to something that we've done several times over the course of this season. And as soon as I say it, I know it'll be blown up here. We're going to switch over to the boys' side. We'll start to preview this boys' matchup between Franklin Simpson and Logan County as the Cougars and Wildcats are both out on the floor warming up as Coach Taylor arrives, as our player of the game arrives. We'll navigate that as it comes. But on the boys' side, Franklin Simpson 7-13 overall, 4-1 in district play. Logan County, they're 16-9 overall, 5-0 in the district. They beat Franklin Simpson earlier this season, 83-53 at Logan County on January 24th. The story in that game, TB, their star player Samson Hightower scored a then career high of 31 points. I say then career high because the very next game against Edmonson County, he broke that career high with 35 points. As we just saw in the girls matchup, Franklin Simpson won the first game by 24 against Logan County and trailed most of the second half this time against the Lady Cougars. Things can change wildly from one venue to the other, from 1 month to the other. For Franklin Simpson tonight, obviously your path to the region tournament doesn't go through Logan County. You're going to face off against Russellville, more than likely, unless there's just a drastic shift in RPI in the opening round of the 13th district tournament as the 2 seed. But if you get past that, you're going to probably see this Logan County team again. And tonight, you put into practice what you think is the blueprint to beat the Cougars.
Yeah, I think in this game specifically, one, you can't have a slow start like you did in that first half where you just could not score the ball. You turned the ball over multiple times. But then, again, this team is a little bit different, it seems like, as far as shooting the ball wise, defensively wise, because since that game, you had players like Jakai Partinger, who's came up big in 2 of the last 3 district games. In Russellville, 5 for 6 from 3. Todd County, 3 for 4 from 3. You had players like Brody McAllister, who, again, over the course of these all of these district games, have averaged 10 points a game, shooting the ball really efficiently, 62% in those 5 games. And so this team, I think, again, is built to beat this team. If they, again, defensive adjustments are going to be key. I talked to a couple of their players. Maybe Cameron is looking to guard Hightower in the opening quarter or so. They might try switching on from other players, and I think that's your biggest assignment is keeping him calm, especially in the early goings of the game.
It's very clear coming into this one, your 2 stars to look out. Hightower, the one for Logan County, averaging 20 points per game. Ja'Kai Partinger, the leading scorer for Franklin Simpson. He scored at least 20 in back-to-back games, had exactly 20 the last time out in a 66-41 win on the road against Todd County Central. The Wildcats have won back-to-back games for the first time this season. He scored at least 20 in both of those games, 21 against Russellville, that tied his career high, and then 20 against Todd County Central. 8 for 9 from three-point range across those two games officially. Oftentimes this year we've seen him from an efficiency standpoint struggle because he's having to generate so much offense on his own. In that game against Todd County, he goes 8 for 11 from the floor, perfect from beyond the three-point line, and it's because now he's getting some help with some half-court sets to spring him open both from the three and from the mid-range.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's been the biggest thing, especially just the fact that this team has been moving the ball a lot better in those past couple of games. I think it's key to continue that same kind of success, not to resort to that hero ball that we kind of saw earlier on in the season. And again, team success comes when you're dishing assists out, like, for example, like Cameron Ray did last game with a career high, I think, in eight assists. So I think this team, again, I think they're built to beat this team if they play the way that they have been in the last couple games.
As good as Kai has been, he doesn't have the longest double-digit scoring streak on this team. That belongs to Brody McAllister, who's been in double digits 5 straight games. He scored 10 against Todd County Central, actually tied Xavier Hampton for the team high in rebounds with 7. Brody, over the last 5 games, he's averaging 11 points per game, shooting 67% from the floor. That all started with an 11-point game against Logan County between him and a re-emergent Cole Scherer, who scored 8 points against Todd County Central. Alan Johnson scored 8 points despite making just 1 3. The dude made 2 2-pointers.
Yes,
he had only made 1 all season. He made 2 2-pointers in that game. Franklin Simpson was able to break what we've talked about, where the trend had been Cam Ray has to score for you to win. He had scored in double digits in every single win that he had played in, averaging just under 15 points per game. He only scored 2 points in that game against Todd County Central, going 1 for 2 from the floor. While the Wildcats won that, I will venture to say here he's going to have to be more aggressive, but also continue to facilitate like he was able to do in that game. You had him, I think, at 8 assists for the Wildcats Monday night.
Yeah, I mean, he was literally cooking with the assist that last game. And like you said, he is going to have to come up because this team can score the basketball. If they get going, you're going to have to match bucket for bucket with this Logan County team. That's not what you want to do, per se, especially in the first half, but that's what you might need to do if this team can get off hot.
The Logan County Cougars are 16-9 overall in the season, perfect in district play. They have already clinched a district championship. Even though Franklin Simpson wins this, they'll have the same record, the RPI. There's too much of an advantage there for Logan County, for Franklin Simpson to overcome. They've won 9 out of their last 10 overall, 12-3 since entering the new year. And I mentioned this when we were up at Logan County, how this team had seemingly turned a corner with the calendar turning over, and that has remained true. They just remedied their biggest blemish, which was the loss of the homeschool Bluegrass Blazers very early on in the season. And, well, they get revenge 72-40 in the rematch between those two teams. They have played every team in the district besides Franklin Simpson closer than they played against the Wildcats. Came out and just exploded against FS, went 9 for 21 from three-point range. They only average about 6 makes from 3 per game. They got to the free throw line at will. They made their free throws, went 18 for 21. And over this stretch of 10 games, they're averaging 14 made free throws per game. That is 4 higher than what their average was coming in to that first matchup between these two teams, which tells you this TB, they're shooting it better from 3. They're shooting it better from the free throw line. They're playing modern, efficient basketball. So if you're the Wildcats, there are 2 pretty clear tasks. Play defense without fouling and run them off the three-point line.
Yeah, you have to. This team, like we saw last game, it's either floaters, layups, or threes. And so if you're Franklin Simpson, you have to run them off. You have to guard beyond the three-point line. And you cannot allow, which we saw a couple of times in that Logan County game, Samson Hightower walking the ball down the court, taking either a long distance three from the wing or just letting him walk in rhythm. You can't allow that to happen. You have to close out on the corners and run them off through the baseline and allow your help defense to draw those charges like you've been doing against every other team.
The 6'6" Hightower in particular has taken double-digit free throws 6 times. Did so against Franklin Simpson, went 12 for 13 at the stripe in that game. At 6'6", he leads this team in three-pointers made. He's made 54 this season, averaging over 2 makes per game. He's made at least 3 10 times this season. He checked that box against Franklin Simpson as well, but he got help. It wasn't just him. Jackson Tishner, a junior, tied his season high with 16 points in that game against Franklin Simpson, went 7 for 8 from the floor. Nicholas Bland, athletic forward, scored 8. Davis Switzer scored 8. It's a group that runs in a lot of different guys. The starting lineup, it's very different from Logan County, where don't expect to see that starting 5 a lot. TB, we saw this firsthand. They go about 9 deep, and what they do is they put a different 4 around Hightower and just keep him in for almost the entirety of the game.
Yeah, so you're going to have to, again, the more pressure you put on Hightower to be their entire offense. I think the one thing that hurt Franklin Simpson is in that second quarter late in the game, there was no pressure on Hightower scoring because everybody else seemed to score in bunches with that rotation that they had. So you keep the pressure on Hightower, you lock him down, and you deny other players the ball, and you're in for a good night for Franklin Simpson.
The Cougars of Logan County playing extremely well under third-year head coach Josh Frick, who for his career 10-10 against this district, has won all 5 of their games this year. And it's incredibly remarkable to look at the turnaround that's happened under his tutelage. He inherited a team that went 1-27 the year before he was hired. They go 9-22 in his first season, not a stellar record, but it's an 8-win improvement from year to year. Last year they go 16-16. They have already won 16 games in just 25 times this season. Wildcats and Cougars getting set to face off in this district matchup. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get you the starting lineups and tip-off here from Franklin Simpson High School on 92.3 WFKN. Let's do a minute. Franklin Simpson playing host to Logan County in a boys 13th district matchup in the second half of a header here on Frank Caldwell Court. Starting lineups are being announced. Let's meet them as well. First for Logan County. They operate with what are technically 3 forwards, but it's really a 5-guard lineup. Samson Hightower, the 6'6" senior, in the middle of it, surrounded by 6'1" senior Nicholas Bland, 5'10" senior Nicholas Thomas, 6'1" senior Brady Hinton, and 5'8", you guessed it, senior Tyler Johnson in the starting lineup for these Logan County Cougars. All 5 starters, seniors for the Cougars. We will get you their numbers as we go on. For Franklin Simpson, not quite the case when it comes to the starting 5. They've got, well, 1 senior out there. That's the point guard, Cam Ray, surrounded in the backcourt by sophomore Jameer Brooks, junior Ja'Kai Partinger, and 5'10" sophomore Brody McAllister. And his 5-game double-digit scoring streak. Down low, the lone forward is 6' junior Cole Scherer for a Wildcats team, 7-13 on the season under 13th-year head coach Dee Spencer. He has played exactly 100 games in this district, 170, dropped 30. Partinger will go for the tip with Hightower, and I think they're going to have to run this one back as Jamie and Bailey threw it up, and I think it was hit on the way up by one of them. So the Wildcats in their base white uniforms, blue numbers, blue Wildcats written in cursive across the front of the jersey, lose the tip to Hightower as the Logan County Cougars have the baby blue base uniforms, dark blue down the side, gray numbers outlined in navy blue. On the left block, Tyler Johnson gets a pass. He tries to throw it back out. It's deflected, and McAllister takes it away. Here comes Cam Ray, fires it to Brooks in the corner. Jameer averaging just under 4 points per game. Hit that number on Monday in the win against Todd County Central. Pardinger to Ray. Kick out Scherer, dropped it, now puts it on the floor, fires it out to Brooks. At the elbow to McAllister, to Brooks, and the Wildcats will reset with Ray up top. Cam averaging 10 per game, had just 4 against Logan County in the loss. Jumper fired up from the right side and missed. Ray can't control the rebound on the opposite block, and it goes out of bounds back to Logan County with 7:18 left in a scoreless game in the first quarter.
And this is where Hightower can be deadly. You're going to have to find him. Make sure you know where he is coming across half court always.
He was the inbounder to Johnson, now gets it back and fires it across half court. Hinton on the left side, leaves it for Bland. Kick out right corner, wide open 3. It's missed short off the hand of Thomas, and here comes Ray. Pulls it out to the right wing, guarded by Johnson to Brooks. Fakes a 3. Hits McAllister, flips up a runner. He didn't think it was going to fall. It did. How, if you're Brody McAllister, do you think you're going to miss a shot at this point?
At this point, you should expect everything to go in.
Shooting nearly 70% over the last 5 games. Leads Franklin Simpson in field goal percentage for a second straight year, and it's 2-0 Wildcats. Loose ball on the near side, chased down by Johnson. Now sends it out on the left wing to Brady Hinton. Ball goes down low. Bland lost it. Officials confer, and they say it's last touched by Logan County.
And this is what you need to do if you're Franklin Simpson. You continue to make Logan County turn the ball over. You're going to pressure them with a lot of double teams and make them make smart decisions with the ball.
Ja'Kai Pardinger holds it on the right wing. He's averaging 13 points per game on the season, shooting 39% from the floor, but those are all ticking upward, especially the 29-point three-point percentage. He has it on the left side. They leave him alone for a deep 3. Missed that one short, and it's rebounded by Hightower. Here comes Johnson the other way. Crosses through a double team. Flips up a runner over Brooks and rattles it home. Aggressive drive by Johnson, and we're tied up at 2 apiece.
Right now, Franklin Simpson, you want to continue to move the ball around, take smart, good shots.
Pardinger and Ray now work it over to Brooks against this Logan County zone. To Ray right side. Fakes a 3. Gives it to Pardinger at the free throw line. Lost it. Flips up a runner. That one missed long. Got it back, though. Goes up over Hightower and scores. Doesn't have the height, but, boy, he's got the hops. Nearly tipped a pass on defense as Johnson does collect it. Walks back into a double team. Now gives it to Hightower. Fires it up ahead. Now to Hinton. 2-on-1. Into Scherer, who's calling for a blocking foul, and Hinton will have 2 free throws. Hinton, a 6'1 senior, averaging 5.5 points, 6 rebounds per game. Second on this Logan County team behind Samson Hightower.
And I guess didn't get good positioning as they didn't like it. What you don't want to do is let this Logan County team start off early getting to the free throw line.
We said you don't want to foul them. On the season, they average 18 free throw attempts per game. That number has jumped up by 3 over the last 10 games, which may not sound significant, but over the course of a year, that really adds up. This team, by district tournament time, will probably be averaging 20 free throw attempts per game as Hinton makes both. And we're tied up at 4.
And against Todd County, with the Franklin Simpson team, ran a play set called Nova, which sounds like what you would think is they pass the ball a lot on the perimeter and found an open shot, and I hope they continue to run something to that effect.
Ray stuck on the elbow, gets it outside to McAllister. He's being hounded by Davis Switzer, who had just checked in for Logan County. Normally a starter, sat for the first 2 minutes, then came in. Ja'Kai Pardinger ends up with it at the free throw line and buries a contested J. Wow.
And he has been hot the last couple of games. If he can continue that success, it can be a long night for Logan County.
Pass deflected. Switzer able to save it just in front of half court. Now it goes on the left side. Ball works baseline. Elijah Woodard leaves it underneath for Hightower. Ja'Kai blocked the first one from behind, but he got it back and scored. They quickly, within the first 3 minutes, went to that second unit. I mentioned Switzer usually starts. He's a part of that second unit, so 4 different players already around Hightower. As Pardinger gets it to McAllister, goes into Woodard, missed the layup long, thought there was contact, got it back off the miss, and makes it on the second try. McAllister and Pardinger have all 8, and the Cats lead it by 2.
And we've talked about McAllister's just knack for finding offensive rebounds.
Switzer the other way, lost it, trying to kick it out to the corner. Now they work it to Hightower. Fires up at 3 over Pardinger and swishes it home and fires at the student section for good measure.
And you cannot allow him to have any space. If he catches that ball in rhythm, he is shooting the ball.
Ray on the right elbow to Pardinger. Wanted a free throw line jumper, instead drives in, and he makes a runner. Ja'Kai's already got 6. And Franklin Simpson, in just over 4 minutes, have already scored more in the first quarter than they did in the first game against Logan County.
And this is what that second half looked like between Logan County and Franklin Simpson.
McAllister gets a steal. Between the legs dribble. Now sends it over on the right side to Kai. Guarded by Hightower. Kicks it out to Ray. Holding it at the top of the key. Kai wants it back. He gets it on that right side. Now they work it around the perimeter to Scherer, to Cam. Into the left corner. Brooks for three. Drained it. And they get a technical foul against Jameer after the make.
I couldn't see what he did. Maybe a celebration of some sort, probably.
I don't know what it was. I'm waiting to see if official Jamie and Bailey motions for something.
I think it looked like it maybe pointed like, you know how Mikael Bridges does that little three-point motion?
Well,
like,
I don't see how you can call that because Hightower made, and I know the NFL, the big thing has been like the finger gun. Yeah. He did exactly that to the Franklin Simpson student section.
I just couldn't see it, so I'm not exactly for sure what he did. But there wasn't too much protest.
No.
So he must have done something.
He gets the technical free throw anyway, and it's 13-11.
But yeah, like I said, this game is eerily kind of like the second half of the Logan County game where both teams are kind of scoring at will in bunches.
Right side, Johnson guarded by Partinger. Hightower pulls for another three and knocks it down for the top of the key off the dribble. He is looking exactly like he did the first time these two teams faced off. In the corner, Scherer steps on the baseline, trapped by a double team, and the Wildcats give it away on a turnover. 14-13 Logan County, 2:53 left in the first. Hightower, 9 points already.
Yeah, you have to run Hightower off of the three-point line. You have to stick up with him even when he attempts to drive. He will step it back and do anything he can to shoot those three-pointers.
Hightower brings it across. Now it goes on the left wing to Bland, who shovels it to Johnson. They brought back in that starting group of guards. Now it goes to Hightower deep on the right wing, guarded by Xavier Hampton. He's become the defensive specialist. Hinton inside, travels as he tried to step around Ray.
And right now, Franklin Simpson has done a great job of making Logan County turn the ball over. That's their fourth turnover of the game. The saving grace for Logan County is they're shooting 4 for 6 from the field, and that's 2 for 3 from three.
Hightower's knocked down a couple. I said down, correct me, he's got 10 already in this ball game in a 14-13 game. But Franklin Simpson on both sides looking much better. Logan Morris checks in for the first time for the Wildcats, as well as Alan Johnson, Franklin Simpson's three-point specialist. Ray sends it over to Hampton. Allen hit a career-high 4 threes with a career-high 13 points against Logan County as Zay tries to go down low to Morris, and it's picked off. Up ahead to Johnson, thrown over his head. And a fortunate turnover saves Franklin Simpson from 2 free points for the Cougars.
And that's that zone that Logan County ran last game where you had Hightower kind of camping in the middle. You're going to have to attack him and make him pick a side so you are able to run your offense.
It's a 3-2 where they stick him up at the top of it. Really tough to figure out how to navigate because they've got the athletes with Bland and Hinton on the blocks to not give up size. Johnson in the corner gives it to Morris on the block. Outside Partinger to Johnson. Contested right side three. You can't contest him. Went just 1 for 6 from three against Todd County Central. Swishes home his first of the game. And it's 16-14 Franklin Simpson. Hinton down low, kicks it out into the corner. Now to Johnson on the right wing. Over to Hightower, tries a three over Johnson. Sampson Hightower has made 3 straight threes. 17-16 as Cougars lead it.
He is not missing.
Partinger to Ray, over to Hampton. Xavier Hampton, back to Ja'Kai Partinger, now right side Johnson. Guarded by Tyler Johnson. To Logan Morris in the corner, now shovels it over to Hampton. To Cam, they switch sides of the floor. Morris on the baseline, back out Alan Johnson, left corner three. Missed it long. Kai tries to time his jump. Hampton tipped it to him. Hampton tipped it to Kai. Ja'Kai Partinger scores, and he's got 8. 18-17 Franklin Simpson. 45 seconds left first quarter. Tyler Johnson has it knocked away from behind. Cam Ray comes up to get it. Cats have a 3-on-1. Xavier Hampton fakes, kicks. Alan Johnson three. Bang!
And both of those sequences started with Xavier Hampton, the athleticism for the rebound to Ja'Kai, and then the assist.
Hinton up top to Bland, left side, flips it out to the right corner. Ja'Kai rotates well, and Hampton tips another pass out of bounds. 18 seconds left in the quarter.
And that's what Zay is in the game for. His defensive presence is what causes all of these plays to happen.
What a game so far. Just a fun basketball game.
Yeah, for sure.
Night and day for Franklin Simpson. They scored 9 points in the first quarter against Logan County in January. They lead 21-17. Cougars have it with 12 seconds left and ticking in the quarter. Tyler Johnson goes right, gets a screen from Hightower, who pops to get it top of the key. McAllister on him, heavily contested three. Tried to bank it, missed it. Long rebound. Hampton knocks it out again with 3 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, that was a heat check if I've ever seen one from Hightower.
McAllister might have got away with a foul up against the body. Hightower will inbound, and you've got to watch the inbounder. Gets it into Johnson. Guarded by McAllister. Crosses over. 1 second, fires up a shot. That one's going to be left short. And Franklin Simpson, after losing by 30 at Logan County in January, come out and scored 21 points in the opening quarter. After one, they lead the district-leading Cougars 21-17 here on 92.3 WFKN.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
How much did he make? What did he score in the first half? He had 16 in the first quarter last time.
He just gets so hot, man. And, like, that's one of those players you just can't give any space, like literally any space. That's like my mom player in 2K19 or 2K17, whatever it was. That's what he's playing.
After scoring 16 points in the first quarter against Franklin Simpson in January, Logan County's Samson Hightower scores 13 in the opening quarter against the Wildcats, but Franklin Simpson still leads 21-17 as we get the second frame underway. Wildcats with possession. Brody McAllister left side, puts on a drive, gets all the way to the block, missed the layup long. Xavier Hampton had the rebound. Brody took it from him and saves it into Cole Scherer. Gives it over to Zay in the right corner. Guarded by Hightower, now goes up top to Scherer. Left side McAllister. Guarded over there by Nicholas Thomas. To Cam Ray at the top of the key, now Scherer. Cole picks it up, guarded by Hinton, now goes back up top to McAllister. The 5'10 senior Thomas is guarding him, now to Ray. Tries to spin against Bland, but Tyler Johnson knocked it away. It went to McAllister, who picks it up in the lane, flips up a shot. He's scored, you can tell from my voice, and one. What a start. McAllister already with 6. Kai leads Franklin Simpson with 8. Johnson with 6 as well, with 2 threes. Give him the free throw, and it's 24-17.
Here comes that full court press by Franklin Simpson.
Ball comes near side to Johnson, to Hinton at the top of the key. Drives to the elbow, double team, kicks it out in the corner. Tyler Johnson for 3. Gets it to go.
This team is lethal in that full court press and getting it to the corner and making down those threes.
You've got to hold them to 6 or less is really the magic number. 5 of their 8 losses, they've made 6 or less. The only exception was 7 3-pointers made in a loss to a really good South Warren team. 24-20 now our score. McAllister drives in again. Contested shot, misses again. He gets his own offensive rebound again. Kicks it out to Cole Scherer. His three-pointer rattles out. Xavier Hampton with the offensive rebound. Had it blocked. Got it back to Scherer. To Zay. Corner 3. Bang! Xavier Hampton just hustling all over the floor. 7-point game again. Bland in transition, slips around Scherer and scores on the block. And Logan County will take a timeout. 6:17 left in the second quarter. 27-22, Franklin Simpson leads it in the second quarter, brought to you by Wilkins Eye Care. Wilkins Eye Care, we love the Wildcats and support all the players and coaches Eye Care needs. We are accepting new patients, so call us at 270-776-2020 to make an appointment with Wilkins Eye Care in Franklin. If you're watching this game on the stream and you're not enjoying it so far, you might need your eyes checked. This has just been a blast of a ball game. Cats lead it by 5 up to this point. Hustle plays on both sides of the floor, creating second chance opportunities. The three-point shooting continues to be excellent. We see this trend from Franklin Simpson. That has been the biggest difference in the offense, and it really started with that Logan County game where they came out and set a season high of 9, which they then tied against Russellville. Only made 5 against Todd County Central, but they've made at least 5 in 9 of their last 12, and TB, they've already made 4 here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, both teams shooting the ball excellent. 4 for 6 from the 3 for Franklin Simpson, and for Logan County, they're shooting 4 for 7.
3 of those from Hightower, the latest from Tyler Johnson. As we get back underway, Cats have possession up by 5. Partinger, top of the key, works to the elbow, now sends it over to Cam Ray. Scoreless so far, but just continues to facilitate. Scherer pops off a screen, gets to 6 feet from the basket, spins it in off the back of the rim.
And that action came from a double screen around that free throw line area where all this action really freed up Cole Scherer.
Johnson to Hinton. This has been the operation to break the press. Right blocked, wide open layup is scored by Switzer. They have really put it on Hinton. Logan County has to be the press breaker, and more often than not, he's handled the job well when they've been able to get him the ball there in the middle of the floor.
And Logan County has not missed a shot in this second quarter, going 3 for 3 so far.
29-24, Franklin Simpson continues to have answers, but defense is where you're going to have to win this game. Brooks, top of the key, hands it off to McAllister. Now sends it over to Ray on the left wing. Kai comes to get it up top. They leave him alone. He steps into another 3. Jakai Partinger. He's got 11 into double figures already. That is first 3 of the night, and the Cats have hit 5.
I mean, he's just playing lights out right now. This is the most efficient basketball I've seen him play.
Jameer Brooks picks off a pass at half court. Leaves it for Kai. Left block layup. Scores it. Confidence is one heck of a drug. And the Cats are leading at 34-24. Hinton, middle of the floor, leaves it for Bland on the left block. Nearly lost it, saved it into Tyler Johnson. His right side runner is good. Johnson's played a great game for Logan County. He's already got 7 in this one, averaging only 5 per game. 8-point lead, 34-26. 4 minutes and some change left before we get to the final quarter. Ray holds it deep on the left wing. Franklin Simpson going to slow things down for now. And we'll see if Coach Frick adjusts. He does. He moves Samson Hightower over to the right side. And now they bring Switzer out to pressure everybody. Him and Johnson bouncing back and forth between Cam and Brooks, who just pass it back and forth. We tick under 4 minutes left in the quarter. Brooks now on the right side. Gives it to Cam Ray at the elbow. He'll pull with a jumper from there. Missed it long. McAllister tipped the rebound, but Hightower pulls it down. Tyler Johnson slips through 2 defenders, pulls it up the right side. Ball goes into the right corner. Now back to Johnson. Up top, Hightower. 3-pointer over Ray. Missed it off the left side, and Brooks boxes out and can watch the rebound go out of bounds.
The timeout's called by Franklin Simpson. A great closeout by Cam Ray. I mean, what a quarter. Golly, what a half.
Again, this second quarter brought to you by Wilkins Eye Care. They're accepting new patients. Call it 270-776-2020 to make an appointment with Wilkins Eye Care in Franklin. The way that tonight is going, between the first game and the second game, I might need an appointment with a heart doctor. This has been remarkable. 2 games that were blowouts the first time around. Both just incredible basketball games for different reasons. The first one, just a defensive battle. The Lady Cats had to find a way to use the word grit. That was the word, to grit out a win in that game behind Larisha's Cawthorn's 22-point run for Franklin Simpson. This game, 34-26. We've already had 60 points scored. We didn't have that many, hardly through 3 quarters in the girls' matchup. The Wildcats, yes, defensively, and that was the big thing that we talked about with Coach Mincer after that first game. The offense was not the problem. It was the defense that gave up too many points. You give up over 80 points to that Logan County team. That was their season high at the time. The defense has not been great. It's been better, and it's been fueling an offense that is playing, again, I use this word, and I think it's the biggest key. They're just playing with confidence right now. They're playing like they think they can win this game.
Yeah, I mean, I think outside the defense, you've given up some layups, but I think the big key right now is the turnovers right now.
Yeah.
Franklin's only committed 2 turnovers in this game. Logan County has committed 6, and that's kind of the difference right now in losing those opportunities to score the ball.
Ja'Kai Partinger brings it across half court as we get back underway. Logan County continue to bring out that pressure. So we'll see how Franklin Simpson adjusts offensively as they had really figured out that 3-2 zone. Kai beats the first defender. Left elbow pull up, missed that one long, and it's rebounded down low by Logan County. Damani Goodlow will bring it across half court. Hinton wraps around, sends it over on the right side. They miss a travel on Titchener. Ball gets worked into the corner. 3-pointer on the way for Switzer. It's switched home.
How many times have we seen them score from the corner?
They like to get it inside and take advantage in those corners. Ray up top, double team, leaves it for Partinger. Down low, Hampton. His shot flipped up and in. Did a great job of getting enough arc on that. And Zay's already got 5.
He is playing his best game so far of the season. Active on all sides of the court.
And this stretch now of 2 games and nearly 2 quarters has been his best stretch of the year. And you can lump the Barron County game into that as well, even though Franklin Simpson lost that game. Hightower stuck in a double team. Ray knocks it away for a moment, but he gets it back. Hinton leaves it beautifully on the right block. Scored and won for Damani Goodlow.
And again, it's just a back and forth, like both teams are punching each other like a boxing match.
Yes.
They're both landing blows, and one of these teams are going to have to land a knockout or a knockdown, per se, and get on a big run. Right now, Logan County in this quarter have only missed 1 shot.
Wow.
They're shooting 6 for 7 in the quarter.
Goodlow fouled by Hampton, fires up the free throw and makes it, so give him 3 points. He averages 4 per game on the season. A 47% shooter from the floor. Logan County shoots it at 44% as a team. Franklin Simpson has climbed up to 40% shooting as a team. Spent most of the year around 36-37%. Cats lead down to 4. Partinger on the right side has a mismatch. Backing down against Titchener, now gives it to Ray. Slips inside. Beautiful bounce pass, and McAllister is wide open on the left block. Brody now has 9.
Beautiful offense, finding the open man.
Drive from the top of the key, kicked out left corner. Hightower fakes the jumper this time, gets inside, swings it out to the right wing for a 3. Missed, and it's rebounded by Scherer. Great job to leap up and grab the miss from Titchener.
A score right here would do wonders for Franklin Simpson.
Ray, a little razzle-dazzle, gets inside. Blocking foul called. The Logan County fans not happy with it.
Razzle, right? Is that the right form of razzle right there?
That was a razzle. The Logan County fans frazzled that they don't get the charge. And I'm now afraid of how long that word is going to live on.
It might live
over
on
the course
forever.
of this season, as Ray will go to the line for 2 free throws and make. When he's not scoring, that's the way for him to generate points. Did not take a free throw against Todd County Central. He's averaging 5.5 per game. That's a number that was up around 6.5. It continues to dwindle as he establishes himself as the primary playmaker for this team with Ja'Kai's emergence offensively. But he's got to continue to assert himself as he makes the free throw. We saw there he was able to drive, get it down low to Brody McAllister on the possession prior. You've got to be a threat to score down low to draw in that defense.
And the ball handling is what enables him to be able to really create so much offense for this team.
40-32, Franklin Simpson now leads. 1.5 minutes left before the 4th quarter. Drive from the top of the key. Goodlow at the last moment flips it over to Titchener, who flips it up and in. Great find from Goodlow to cut the Franklin Simpson lead to 6.
He's been amazing this quarter so far.
Partinger, double team, gives it over to Ray on the right wing, into the corner to Scherer. Drives baseline, cut off by Hightower. Double teamed out to McAllister, to Ray, to Kai. Wide open for 3. That one missed off the left side, and the rebound goes out of bounds to Logan County. It feels weird at this point for Ja'Kai to miss a shot.
It really does. And he's been a volume shooter. Most of his games, not the most efficient, but it seemed like the last couple of games, he has played so efficiently that you're like, oh, he missed an open shot?
Alan Johnson comes in for Franklin Simpson. Logan County breaks the pressure. Hinton into the front court, leaves it underneath. Brooks nearly got a steal. Instead, it goes up top. Switzer drives in, slices through the D, missed the finger roll short, but the rebound is tipped by Hinton, and it's saved by Goodlow. Right side hits Titchener. His layup misses, and then a late foul call comes in, and Titchener will go to the line for 2 free throws.
Yeah, I think if you're Brody right there, you just got to fall. You can't stand there and let the contact come to you. You're going to have to fall or commit to the play.
He came in wildly enough to draw the charge if he set up for it, but again, just kind of stuck in between. You either got to get out of the way or try to draw that charge.
Exactly.
2 free throws for Tichenor, who makes the first.
And again, judging by the way you see this, the end of the quarter play out, Franklin Simpson could wind up going to halftime with a huge lead. They play their cards right.
Got to be smart here with 53 seconds left to go as Tichenor makes both free throws. And it's 40-36, the lead for. Ray will bring it up. Now sends it over on the right side to Partinger. Back to Cam Ray. Behind the back dribble. Both teams have scored 19 points in the quarter. Ray up top. I think Switzer's going to come out to guard him as we tick towards 35 seconds left. They send a double team, Logan County does. Kai on the right wing. Franklin wants to hold this for one, and Coach Frick and Logan County want to force the issue. Scherer holds it up top, now gives it back to Kai. 24 seconds left. Kai has it knocked away from behind, and Logan County gets the steal. Hightower shielding off Partinger, brings it across half court, fires it right corner. Switzer looks down low, now back to Hightower. 12 seconds left to go before halftime. You need a stop here. Hightower deep on the right wing, hands to Switzer. Partinger switches onto him. 5 seconds left in the half. Switzer slices through, kicks it out left side. Tichenor for three. Missed it off the heel. Cam Ray clears the board, and the Wildcats escaped without surrendering any more. 19 points apiece in the second quarter. Franklin Simpson's lead the same it was after one, 40-36. The Cats take a 4-point edge into halftime here on 92.3 WFKN.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust it.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Coming in hot. Shoot that. Hey, why not? Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
Are you looking for a place to connect, grow, and worship? Discover Franklin First United Methodist Church in downtown Franklin. Join us every Sunday for 2 uplifting services. Experience our traditional service at 9 a.m., where hymns and heartfelt messages bring our community together. Or come to our contemporary worship service at 11 a.m., where you'll find a lively atmosphere filled with modern music and inspiration. No matter where you are on your faith journey, there's a place for you here. Join us this Sunday at Franklin First United Methodist Church. We can't wait to welcome you home.
Hey, Mr. Smith, what was that call about last Friday night?
Well, Doc, I thought he crossed the line.
I'm pretty sure everyone in the stands thought you were the one that crossed the line with that call.
I guess I get that all the time, Doc.
Well, I'm glad you finally came in here to get your eyes checked at Wilkins Eye Care.
And like I said, I hear that all the time.
Go, Cats!
Wilkins Eye Care, 705 North Main Street, Franklin, Kentucky.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, what it has been, it's just been an offensive boxing match. I used boxing earlier, so I'll stick with that analogy. Both teams right now are shooting just about 60% from the field. Logan County 12 for 20, so hadn't taken as many shots. Franklin Simpson 16 for 27, so 59%. Both again from three. Logan County 5 for 11, 45%. Franklin Simpson 5 for 8, 62%. So both of these teams are, and then free throws, they both are perfect from the line. 3 for 3 for Franklin, 5 for 5 for Logan County. Both of these teams offensively have done everything they've wanted to do throughout this game. This game is going to come down to who can make the stop at the most opportune time.
And the Wildcats have forced turnovers. That's been their way of creating stops in this game. They've done a better job rebounding than they did in the first matchup between these two teams, albeit between the turnovers and how efficient Logan County has been. There have not been many rebounds to get in this game if you're Franklin Simpson. I know Coach Spencer does not love to see 36 points on the board for Logan County at halftime. If you had told me, if you had told anybody coming into this game, Logan County scored 36 points in the first half, you certainly assume this game is going with the script that Logan County would like it to go. You would never in a million years think Franklin Simpson was winning a shootout in the first half against Logan County, but the Wildcats step up. They score 40 points. Ja'Kai Partinger has 13. Brody McAllister with 9. You get a couple of threes from Allen Johnson. As a team, they've matched Logan County from deep. Both teams have made 5. In the first matchup between these two teams, both teams made 9 3-pointers. If you're Franklin Simpson, yes, you would love to win the battle from 3, but TB, if you're the Wildcats and you just make it even with you and Logan County, you're going to have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, and it's all about timing because, those threes were, timing-wise, just wasn't the best for Franklin Simpson. A lot of those threes came in what we consider garbage time. You're down by a lot. You're nothing to really play for.
Correct.
But in this game, every single shot has mattered for both of these teams. And if you're Franklin Simpson right now, I believe you keep Xavier Hampton in the game. He, on the defensive end, has caused a lot of deflections, has poked the ball away a couple of times, timely passes, a couple of shots made. And Ja'Kai Partinger, again, my goodness, he is just on a clinic of shooting the ball efficiently. And if you keep him at his volume and then his efficiency, which is at 60% right now, he can score big in this game.
On to that point, the Wildcats only made 2 3-pointers in the first half of that 30-point loss. The other thing that was eerily similar from that game to this game, Samson Hightower, the star for Logan County, came out in the first quarter of that game and scored 16 points. He came out in the first quarter of this one, scored 13 points. In the second quarter of that game, after a 16-point opening frame, scoreless. Hightower, 1 point. He goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line. This game, no points in the second quarter. 13 points still to lead the way for the Cougars at halftime. He would go on to score 14 points in the second half of that first game. The Wildcats know what they want to do defensively against him. They want it to be Cam. They want it to be Brody. They want it to be Zay. They want to throw a myriad of different bodies at him to keep whoever that defender is fresh. But what the Wildcats have to do is a better job at not letting the rest of that supporting cast get open looks. There have been a lot of open layups and open corner threes in that second quarter in particular for Logan County.
And that's the hard part is when you're pressing like they do in that 2-1-2 or 1-2-2, excuse me, you leave the middle of the court open, and when the ball gets to the middle, that's when the corners and the wings really open up, and that's where Logan County has really done their damage, either cutting players, going back door, or people in the corner. So I don't know if you stick with that same defensive game plan, because at the same time, you're keeping an eye on Hightower and not allowing him to score. And so it's like, hey, are we going to allow Hightower to beat us, or we're going to make the others beat us? And right now it's kind of choose your poison, because both have been very efficient. It just depends on how you do in spurts.
I would be intrigued to see if Franklin Simpson switches anything defensively, because we saw Logan County make a switch there at the end of the half. They come out of that 3-2 zone that we saw so much of in the first matchup between these two teams, with Hightower with a 6'6" length at the top of it. They come out of it, apply some trapping out there on the perimeter, at least slow Franklin Simpson down, as we finally get to see Larisha Cawthorn, as TB now can finally make her take her picture, with her medal. Larisha, you scored. Yes, you can go get your concessions first. She'll have a bag of popcorn in the picture. If you missed it in the opening game, Larisha, 22 straight points for Franklin Simpson. She finishes just short of a 30-point performance, the second most points she's scored in a game this season for Franklin Simpson. Her season-high 35 against Henderson County, who the Lady Cats will welcome for their season finale come next week. This is the district finale. Lady Cats have wrapped up district play at 6-0. The Wildcats looking to get their 5th district win. Logan County trying to finish undefeated in district play. And what a wild game in high school basketball is. I've got Michael Compton from the Daily News coming up to show me. And I got so tired at seeing this stat. This is my rant time, TV. If you know anything about girls basketball in this state, Sacred Heart, they are the standard. And I had to see this stat every time they won of how many straight games they've won against Kentucky teams. 89, 90, 91, 92. The streak ended tonight. They finally lose 75-70 in overtime. Sacred Heart falls. They're still going to be projected to be your state champions, but it shows you, not like this, where Franklin Simpson had to scratch and claw to get away from a Logan County team that's barely above 500. Sacred Heart, a team that everybody would tell you they are untouchable. Nobody in this state can beat them. Nobody in this state will beat them. Well, they just lost. That's the beauty of high school basketball, and it's exactly what we're seeing in this boys' game as well. Franklin Simpson gets blitzed off the floor in a 30-point loss at Logan County the first time around, and now they're winning by 4 at halftime.
Hey, your transition on your soapbox, that was a pure masterclass.
I had to find a way out of it somehow.
I'll have to take notes, but you're right. I mean, this team is battling. They are hungry. They want this win. They are locked in. Again, let's see how defense changes for Franklin Simpson or for both teams, because, again, both teams have still been scoring at will. So let's see what happens in this third quarter.
Logan County has possession first, trailing 40-36 as we get this third quarter underway, brought to you by Clark CPA and Advisory Group at 927 Brookhaven Road in Franklin. As a former athlete at FSHS, Tanner Clark knows a thing or two about basketball and a thing or two about money. Tax questions or issues that you need consultation for, need bookkeeping or payroll done. Tanner and his team do it all. Call them at 270-586-9899. Johnson holds up top for Logan County as we get the quarter underway. Gives it to Brady Hinton down low, guarded by Ray. Cut off on the block, sends it out to the top of the key. Brooks gambles for a steal. Instead, it's collected, fired, and made by Nicholas Thomas, who buries the three to make it a 1-point game.
Yeah, gambling for those are pretty hard and heavy because if you miss, you're giving up 3.
Partinger gets to the left side, now tries to get it to Brooks, nearly over his head, but Jameer goes up to get it with one hand. Cam over to Brody on the right side. Fakes a 3 to Partinger. Extra pass. Brooks drives in from the left side. Beautiful floater to avoid the charge against Hinton. What a play by Jameer. He's got 5.
He's having a game himself.
Near side, Thomas gives it off to Johnson, guarded by Partinger. Now on the left wing, it goes to Hightower. Ball goes into the middle of the floor. Now flipped into the corner. It was over the head of Johnson. Hinton put too much on that one. Threw a fastball. And I think Johnson was expecting a changeup.
And those are another unforced turnover by by Logan County. It's kind of really costing them a lot of points where they don't miss when they shoot the ball, but sometimes they just give up possessions.
McAllister right side gives to Partinger. Thought about a 3 instead, gives it up to Cam. Partinger's got 13 with a triple so far. McAllister on the left side. Back up top to Kai. Right corner, Ray. Surveys the defense. Looks up top, now goes cross court, Scherer. Left wing holds it. Now dribbles back and resets with Ray up top. They're just really giving it to Cam and letting him survey all of this and pick the best option. McAllister has it left wing to Kai on the right side. Jabs right twice, puts it on the floor. And now they reset up top with Cam again. 6:20 left, third quarter. Cats lead it by 3, 42-39. Brooks comes to get it top of the key. Fakes the pass down low, now to Scherer. Into the corner, Kai. Fakes once, double team, sends it up to McAllister. Back to Kai. To Cam Ray, left corner, fakes a 3, fouled, and he tried to pull an NBA play after he got the player in the air and get a bump for a shot. They won't give it to him, and instead the foul is just called against Blam as Larisha gets her picture taken for the player of the game. She's going to check it. This is a Talia Spencer move. As Jakai gets the inbound in the corner as we get back underway, elbow jumper rattles off, and it's rebounded by Hinton. As Logan County brings it across half court, trailing by 3. Hinton spins around McAllister, gets inside, kicks it out, wide open left corner 3. Rattles off, no good. Rebound tipped by Hightower. Scherer got the second tip, and it goes to McAllister. Ray trots across the half court line, pitches it to Partinger, fakes a pass, now does give it to McAllister, who sends it over to Brooks. Quiet third quarter. Cats are slowing this game down, as a lot of that also has to do with this Logan County defense. As Brooks' pass is deflected, it ends up with McAllister anyway, who is wide open on the left block and scores.
I mean, again, he's always just in the right place at the right time.
Streak now 6 straight games of double-figure scoring. Left side, Johnson fires a 3 over McAllister. It's missed long. Brooks tips the rebound to Partinger. Great effort and great hang time from Jameer. He and Zay, you kind of bunch those two together. They have played great games.
Both of them have done tremendous on the glass, and just timely buckets from both of them has really set up this Franklin Simpson offense.
Jameer wraps from the left wing to the top of the key, fires it to McAllister. Left block, stuck with it outside. Partinger for 3, missed it off the left side. Rebound pulled down by Hightower. 44-39, Franklin Simpson leads. McAllister tips the pass, tried to save it on the sideline as he leaps 4 rows into the student section but can't control it.
Like we talked about Brody, it seems like all season long we've talked about his development, how he has really blossomed into this role player that does everything very well, efficiently, doesn't make many mistakes on the court, and has just played tremendous basketball.
He's missed a few more shots tonight than we're used to, but he's been much more aggressive tonight, and I think Franklin Simpson has needed that mentality. 5-point game, 4:35 left in the third quarter. Hightower left side guarded by Partinger, puts it on the floor, takes a long mid-range jumper, missed it long, very well defended by Kai, and Scherer clears the board. Off to Partinger on the right wing, lost it off his own foot, dives on the floor to save it, and Coach Spencer takes a timeout. Let me rephrase. He was about to dive, then Scherer bolted in there on the floor, and Jakai wisely stayed up, otherwise they would have had a nasty collision. And the Wildcats get a timeout. Up 44-39 with 4:22 left in this third quarter, brought to you by Clark CPA and Advisory Group at 927 Brookhaven Road in Franklin. Tanner Clark and his team do it all. Call them at 270-586-9899. Tyler Eaton and Tavius Babb with you in a game that featured, in the opening half, 76 points. And so far in the second half, it has come to a screeching halt. We've seen 3 shots made in 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that is due to Franklin Simpson really taking their time each possession, really looking for the best shot possible. Logan County has had opportunities to score on most of their possessions. They're 1 for 4 in the quarter.
They just haven't made shots that they were making in the first half.
Those the last 2 threes that they shot were wide open. They just missed them.
Alan Johnson in for Franklin Simpson. Cam Ray collects his inbound pass at half court, fakes a pass to the right, directing traffic from the elbow. Jakai Partinger had an open 3, turns it down, instead gives to McAllister. His driving layup misses, but he got it back through the trees. To Kai, to Cole Scherer, right corner, Trey, bang! And the Wildcats, just like that, lead it by 8, 47-39. Scherer's got 5. Logan County goes to that second unit of wings. Ball goes to the top of the key. Titchener guarded by Partinger. Right side. Goodlow goes to Hightower. Drives through 3 defenders and banks it up and in.
He just willed that shot to go in.
And there, another example where McAllister need to try to draw the charge. 6-point game now. Ray gets 2 screens at the elbow. Gives it up. Partinger. Left side. Wide open. Mid-range jumper, and he knocks it down.
Right now, Jakai is just, again, as aggressive as he is, if he can continue this scoring performance up, he's going to lead this team to the promised land.
Switzer crosses around Johnson. Scherer tries to draw a charge. That's a block. It's a bucket and 1. Couldn't quite slide in under and was still caught moving it off to the side as Switzer, after the second foul against Scherer, will go to the line to try to complete the 3-point play. Davis Switzer averaging 9 points per game off the season. Started the first game against Franklin Simpson, coming off the bench in this one. Fires up the free throw and gets the bounce. 49-44, Franklin Simpson's lead back down to 5. Cats really, it has felt like multiple times they've been on the verge of breaking this one open but haven't been able to. Ray gets inside and he scores over Hightower.
We've said it, whenever he is moving near full speed going down the court, it's really hard to stop him because he can dribble and do anything he really wants to with the ball.
He's just got to get going downhill. Hinton gets going downhill all the way to the rack and scores with the right hand. Just beat Johnson off the dribble and nobody came in to help. As a quick timeout is taken by Logan County with 2:48 left in the quarter. 51-46, Franklin Simpson leads. Hinton now with 4 has mostly had to operate as a playmaker in this ball game because of the fact that he was the one in the middle of that full court pressure Franklin Simpson was utilizing. They've changed the defense up a little bit. Both teams, it's really turned into a bit of a chess match here which is why the scoring was slow to start the quarter, but now you can tell they both kind of felt each other out defensively, and the offense has picked up. If you're Franklin Simpson, I think the glaring issue, even though you're up by 5, we mentioned this, Logan County, while they may have missed more shots in this quarter, they are still getting open looks consistently.
Yeah, it's the open looks that's killing you. In the last 2 possessions, it was driving to the basket, just creating your own lane and really becoming, I'm not saying uncontested, but more favorable layups that you wanted, counting the N1. And then, again, in the first part of this quarter, Logan County, if they just make a couple of those threes that they missed that were wide open, this game could be flipped on its head. But Franklin Simpson, give credit to them, they are still making shots at an elite clip, 5 for 8 from the field, 62% in the quarter. I mean, again, it's like a boxing match where both boxers are really just throwing lightning punches, but nobody's getting knocked down yet. I'm going to stick with that analogy the rest of the game.
First game, it was razzle.
It was razzle.
This game, we got a boxing match going on.
Maybe Muhammad Ali comes out. I don't know.
Let me tell you, this is no Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. Right side, Scherer has it out of the timeout, puts it on the floor. Now holds it at the top of the key, gives it off to Xavier Hampton. Zay to Cam Ray on the block. Through 3 defenders, holds it low, trying to fend off the defense, and a reach-in foul is called against Titchener. Great job by Cam to hold on to that basketball.
Yeah, I thought they would have got in there with the tie-up as the sub comes in.
Franklin was trying to get it in quickly. Instead, Nicholas Bland will come back in for Logan County. Quiet night for Bland, just 2 points so far. He averages 6.5 rebounds per game, has been in double figures 8 times. Cam looking at inbound, gets it into Scherer, looked off the defense like a quarterback that time, was staring in the corner, and at the last moment dropped it off for Cole, wide open on the block. He's got 7.
Yeah, you say it with the quarterback, the eyes make the defense moving, but on the offensive end, as Logan County comes back and scores.
Switzer again slices through. They are getting to the rack at will. And just like that, Coach Spencer's going to have to bring in Brody McAllister as Cam is tripped up on the right side by Goodlow. Third foul of the quarter on Logan County. Franklin Simpson with 1, leading at 53-48, 2:11 left before the fourth quarter. McAllister and Brooks come in for Franklin Simpson. Hampton and Allen Johnson come out. And Logan County, as good of a shooter as Allen is, and he made the two threes earlier, they're trying to isolate him on defense in this one. As Ray is on the right wing, gives it off to Partington, now up top McAllister. Hightower guards him. To Scherer on the elbow. Wraps it over to Ray. Free throw line, drives in, kicks out, left corner. Kai off the dribble, stops on the baseline, fires out to the top, and McAllister holds it. Right side dribble, out to Scherer. Quick trigger 3. Rattles off, no, and it's rebounded by Switzer. That was a bit of a heat check from Cole. Right side, Goodlow wraps around. Leaves it off for Switzer, picked up by Partington. Right side, Hinton is bumped by Scherer.
And Hinton, I mean, very deceptively is very quick off that first step, too. Kind of like Jakai, where if he gets to going to his right and getting down a full head of steam, he's getting to the rim.
And Scherer picks up his 3rd foul, so Logan Morris will come in for him. Hightower for Logan County, just 2 points in the quarter so far after 13 in the first half. On the first quarter, he gets the inbound here. They switch Morris onto him. He's going to look to attack off the dribble. Fakes a 3, now gets rid of it, and they hand it off back to Hightower on the right side. Hinton trying to set him a screen. Hightower doesn't want it. In the corner, leaves it for Hinton. Going to work against McAllister, misses the runner, and Cam Ray pulls down the rebound. Wildcats have numbers the other way. Cam holds it on the right side, pulls it back to the top of the key, crosses over, kicks it out to Brody, fakes a mid-range jumper, gets around Hightower, fakes him into the air, missed the layup. Brooks trying to tip it in. A foul is called underneath in the chaos going for the rebound, and it's against Logan County. They get Switzer for Logan County's 4th foul with 1:08 left in the quarter. Franklin Simpson will have a baseline inbound. Brooks comes out, and Allen Johnson is in for a baseline inbound play.
Yeah, again, look for that corner 3, wrapped around maybe 2 screens from Logan and Brody.
Allen trying to spring free. Can't, as Cam just has to throw it into Johnson deep on the right wing. Back to Ray, who juggles it but collects it with a minute left in the quarter. Guarded one-on-one by Goodlow. Deep on the right wing, hesitates, gets inside, holds, gives to Morris, jabs on the elbow. Now gives it back to Ray, and Coach Spencer wanted him to clear out, but Cam is able to get all the way to the rim. Logan County just let him walk the baseline, and Ray scores it.
A good way to end that offensive possession, getting an easy bucket. Now on defense, you got to stop the ball.
55-48. Bland has it on the right wing with 30 seconds left in the quarter to Hinton. Drives around Johnson. Kicks it out at the last moment. Switzer fakes the three against Partinger. Wrapping around the elbow. Got inside and flipped it off to Bland, who scores.
Franklin's going to hold it for the last shot.
20 seconds in a 55-50 game. After the bucket from Bland. Ray on the left wing. Crosses over. Would have had his man beat there, but instead pulled it out.
Trying to draw a foul, I think.
8 seconds left in the quarter. 5. Ray cross court. Wide open. Brody McAllister. Mid-range jumper. Buried. And that's how you bring the quarter to a close. To use your analogy, jab after jab being thrown in this one. Nobody is connected for that knockout blow. Somebody's going to have to in this fourth quarter. 57-50. Franklin Simpson leads it as we head into the final frame on 92.3 WFKN.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Coming in hot. Shoot that. Hey, why not? Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
It has been all offense here on Frank Cardwell Court in our second game of the night. The Wildcats and Cougars of Franklin Simpson and Logan County battling in a boys matchup as the Wildcats start the fourth quarter with possession leading 57-50. Tyler Eaton and Tavius Babb with you. And TB, I think up to this point, both teams, you got up around 60% shooting for this ball game. As Johnson just throws a Hail Mary down low to Logan Morris, missed the left block layup, but McAllister gets another offensive rebound. Now gives it off to Ja'Kai Partinger. He leads Franklin Simpson with 15. Isolated one-on-one with Switzer. Gets inside, kicks it out. Johnson puts it on the floor, pulls a mid-range jumper, missed it short, and Tyler Johnson gets the rebound. Throws it up ahead, Bland. Saves it on the baseline, now looks to go to work. Flips it into Hightower through contact, just throws it up and gets it to go off the glass and one. He only had 2 points in that third quarter, but now he's up to 17 for the game, can make it 18 and cut the Franklin Simpson lead to 4.
It seems like every single quarter, outside of the first quarter, Logan County has came out with a punch. They've made their first shot in every single quarter outside that first one.
We cannot escape the boxing. No. It cannot be done.
No.
Hightower now has 18 as the free throw falls. He's 3 for 3 at the line as a team. They are 9 for 9. Franklin Simpson 3 for 3. 57-53. Both teams have made 6 3-pointers as well. Ray holds at the top as Johnson has a screen waiting to be set at the top of the key. Ray jabs right now, separates. We'll see how much Franklin Simpson uses the clock to their advantage in this fourth quarter. Ray gets around Bland. Scores on the right block. Bland recovered. Cam shielded him off. He's now got 8. Here comes Switzer the other way. Spins off McAllister to Hinton. Drives in. Leaves it off for a wide open Bland. Ray wanted a charge. They don't give it to him. And Bland drops it in for 2.
Again, punch for punch. Both teams getting into the paint at will.
59-55. Ja'Kai Partinger will check in at the next timeout. Ray crosses over, gets the left side, picks it up on the block, fakes a pass to McAllister, now goes outside to Scherer, to Hampton, now back to Cam. They are trusting him with everything offensively right now. Being guarded by Bland deep on the right wing. Scherer waits for a screen at the top of the key. Cam takes it. Hinton switches on, and they finally get a hand check called against Hinton that time.
Yeah, all the handwork, and Cameron's really begging them to try to reach or do something.
Ja'Kai Partinger and Jameer Brooks will come in as Hampton and Johnson come out. I believe a Logan County fan makes a good point. They hadn't called that all night. It is still a foul. As McAllister grabs it to inbound in front of us, gets it to a cutting Ray on the right side, goes to the left block and missed the layup. Thought he was fouled. Didn't get it. Instead, Logan County has numbers the other way. Hightower, right corner. 3 fired up and buried by Switzer. The Cats didn't get back, and now it's a 1-point game, 59-58. Franklin Simpson holding on to a lead.
It's a big possession for Franklin Simpson. You got to kill this momentum.
Ray gives it over to Partinger, guarded by Switzer on the right side. Spins left to right, fades, missed the jumper short, tough shot, and it's rebounded by Hinton. He'll bring it across half court himself. Fired on the right side to Bland. Cats leave him alone on the right wing, and now it goes up top to Switzer. Gets around McAllister. Inside, wild left-handed layup, misses. Rebound tipped, and Brooks controls. Off to Cam, and he'll bring it across half court.
That was Logan County's first miss of the quarter, shooting 3 for 4. Again, Franklin Simpson, you got to come up with something on the offensive end.
Coach Spencer calls this play. Kai and Cole Scher are together in the right corner right now as Jameer Brooks comes to get it at half court. Brody pops and grabs it at the elbow. Off ball motion, McAllister hands off to Ray. Tries to skip it down low to Kai, but it's kicked. And Franklin Simpson will keep it with under 5 minutes left in the ball game.
I meant to mention, Jakai and Cameron combined have 12 assists on this team, which is crazy.
Wow.
Cameron, again, matched his career high again with 8 assists in the game.
Still with just under 5 minutes left to go.
Make it
The
9.
baseline inbound here. Scherer was open. They say Bland got a clean block. Numbers the other way. Hinton floats it up. Bland, the alley-oop layup misses. But Kai didn't grab the rebound. Hightower got it, and he's fouled. Nobody came to get the missed layup. Everybody assumed it was going in.
Yeah, I just sat and watched there. Thought the alley-oop was going to go in, and they gave Hightower a clean look at the rim after he got the rebound. And this is the last guy you want to get going in this fourth quarter.
He's got 3 points in the quarter. Logan County has stormed back and now tied the game with the first free throw. They can take the lead with the second on a 9-2 run to start this final frame. Second one good. 60-59, Logan County leads. The Cougars are 14-4 when they score 60 this season. Partinger gets inside, missed a runner, and Hightower gets the rebound. Off to Tyler Johnson, guarded by McAllister, who picked his pocket. Brody took it away from him and scores in transition.
Again, a timely player making timely plays. That's what you need.
Johnson holds it deep on the right wing, now sends it over left side to Switzer. Ray comes out to meet him, 4:15 left to go. Franklin Simpson up 61-60. Switzer wins off the dribble, gets inside. Cam knocked it away from behind, out of bounds. I think it might have actually been Brody that reached in and got a hand. One of the two were able to bat it into that gymnastics pad. And Logan County will keep it underneath their own basket with 4:11 left to go in the game. Switzer gets the inbound in the corner. Hightower wants it back. Instead, Switzer pulls for 3, rattles off. No. Brooks tips the rebound and collects another one.
And it was a good box out by Brody, not allowing Hightower to really go up and try to go for that ball.
Cam brings it up, guarded by Bland. That has been the matchup in this quarter. Calls for Brody to come get it and hands it to him on the right wing. Hightower's on him. Brody dribbles over to Jakai Partinger. Now he holds deep on the right wing with 3:45 left to go. Isolated on Switzer. The Cats clear the floor out for Kai. Crosses over, gets inside, gives it to McAllister, drives inside, and he's fouled on a layup try.
Again, Brody has just made the best plays of the night constantly over and over again, whether it's grabbing offensive rebounds, which he has 5, whether it's driving the ball and getting fouled, whether it's just putting the ball in the hoop, 7 for 12, 15 points for him. And if he makes one of the 2 free throws, he's the team leader.
He does. Not just the team leader. He's working on a career high in this ball game. His 6th straight game in double figures. He's got a career high 16 points as he has emerged. And the second free throw is buried.
He'll take a seat.
63-60. As he comes out, Zay comes in. I don't know how long you can keep Brody on the bench.
I think it'll be a defense. Brody's a great defender too, but Xavier, I think his athleticism kind of makes it
I think you give him a breather and then bring him
yeah.
in for the remainder of this game. And you need Zay to bring some energy on defense. Hightower has it on the wing, guarded by Partinger. Up top to Hinton. Now right side, Tyler Johnson. They're trying to spring Hightower open. Franklin Simpson fights through it. Instead, it goes to Switzer, top of the key. Left side, and a travel called against Bland before he took off from the corner. And immediately, Brody McAllister's going to come back into the ball game.
Yeah, I think he's going to – I think maybe he believes Zay is maybe the better of the defenders. Again, a little more athletic, so is able to kind of pop out and tip passes. But Brody offensively has just put on a masterclass, and you have to have him in every offensive possession.
Just over 3 minutes left to go. 63-60, Franklin Simpson leads. Ray walks it up to the three-point line. Scherer sets him a screen there. Bland flights through it. Ray nearly had it knocked away, now isolated in the corner. Drives baseline and bumped by Bland. Third foul against Logan County in the quarter.
And they're trying to call a little handsy right now. If you're Franklin Simpson, I think you just continue to do the same thing, rack up these fouls and get to the line. You don't want any empty possessions.
Ray to inbound underneath to
Same
Scherer
play.
on the right side, and he banked it up and in, fading away from Hinton. Cole's got 9.
They've run that same play 3 times. 2 out of the 3 times they've scored. It just leaves the defense kind of just wondering.
Hightower left open at the top of the key, missed the jumper, rebounded by Brooks. He falls down and gets it to Ray. 65-60 Franklin Simpson, 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. Cam brings it across half court, taking his time. Bland waits to pick him up at the FS logo. Right side, Scherer. Gives it to Partinger in the right corner. Guarded by Switzer. Goes baseline. Spins back left. And now has to pull it back out to the top of the key with Scherer. Handoff Ray. 2:15 left to go in the ball game. Ray gets around Bland. Slips through the D. Missed the layup short. Here comes Hightower the other way. Partinger picks him up at half court. Brody tipped it away from behind, but Hightower gets it back. Now to Switzer up top. Right side Hinton. Drives, post, Johnson underneath. Gets Scherer in the air. Missed the layup though. And Cole gets the rebound.
It was a great job of not fouling. He jumped early.
And the Wildcats take a quick timeout.
He jumped early, but great job not leaning into him, not fouling, and altering the shot enough to be able to get that defensive rebound.
The Logan County fans very much thought it was a foul. It's usually a telltale, though, when the player himself does not think it's a foul. 65-60, Franklin Simpson able to respond after Logan County took the lead with the free throws from Samson Hightower. Jab after jab after jab. 17 points from Brody McAllister. A new career high leads the way for Franklin Simpson. Samson Hightower leads everybody with his 20 points in this ball game. He's scored at least that much 15 times this season, but much better than the 31 he scored against the Wildcats the first time around.
Yeah, defensively wise, I mean, they've really shut him down in the second half, from the second quarter on, I guess.
Yeah.
They really haven't allowed him to get going outside the couple flurries in the fourth quarter. Again, this team right now has really been firing on all cylinders on the offensive end. Their offensive production has been probably one of the best it has been all season. 54%, 27 for 50 from the field. And again, rebounding the ball well, not turning the ball over.
Yep.
Only have 3 recorded turnovers for this team, and that is probably one of their best all season long. And they needed every single possession against this Logan County team.
If that 54% held, it would be a new season high. They've shot it exactly 50% twice. McAllister will inbound out on the far side of the timeout. Minute 50 left to go in a 65-60 Franklin Simpson lead. Ray brings it across half court, now being guarded by Goodlow. Right side Partinger. Goodlow switches on to him. Jakai gets away from him. Now pulls it back outside. They might force Logan County to start to foul here. The Cougars have 3. Partinger holding on to it. He's reached. He is fouled twice. They call neither of them. Now throws a bad pass, and it's picked off by Switzer. Then it's tipped by Kai. He made up for it. Cam Ray up with it. Double team to the backcourt to Brooks. Got to get it across. He throws a bad pass. Hinton nearly picks it off, and it goes out of bounds to Franklin Simpson on the sideline. 1:17 left to go. 65-60. Cats have to act like they've been here before.
Yeah, you have to be mentally tough in this position. You cannot throw the ball away and give this team some life. You have to play smart basketball, take care of it, get an opportune shot.
Ray gets the inbound, being guarded by Goodlow. He commits a bump. And that's the 4th foul against Logan County. So the Wildcats will be in the bonus the rest of the way, and they are going to force that issue.
And if they don't just pass it backcourt, watch a backdoor cut right here.
McAllister gets it into Jakai Partinger. He's left alone now, pulls it back to half court. 1:05 left in the ball game. Another bad pass deflected by Switzer, but McAllister comes up with it. To Scherer, he shoots a 3. Missed it long, but Brooks gets the rebound, and Coach Spencer dying for a timeout.
a smart timeout because you did not want them to take any shots right there. With a minute left in the game, you want to hold the ball and make them foul.
56 seconds left to go, 65-60. This is the trouble you run into with a young team. You're 7-13 on the season. When you look through those wins, most of them have just been a blowout against an inferior team. You got the 2 Todd County Central wins. You had to grit a little bit against Russellville. You had to grit a little bit against Portland. Really, the best example would be much earlier in the season against Ohio County in a game that Cam Ray didn't play in. A narrow win for the Wildcats. But that was, at this point, about 15, 16 games ago. This is a team that I always say there are 2 steps to becoming a great team. The second step is you have to learn to hate to lose. But before you get there, you have to learn to win. And right now, this team is still learning how to win. And they can pull this out, make it a 3-game winning streak. You may not get the 1 seed in the district, but you finish with the same record as the district champion, Logan County. You will have beaten the district champion on the same floor where the district tournament will take place. It'll say a lot about how much this team has grown really just over the last 5 or 6 games.
Yeah, I mean, because I think a lot of the conversation in the first half of the season was this team can't close out games.
Yeah.
They just can't. And right now, if they can kind of collect themselves, not turn the ball over, and show that they can, it changes everything for this team.
Ray will inbound. Floats it up to McAllister, who catches it deep on the left wing, guarded by Hightower. Here comes the trap for Logan County. Brody loops around it, leaves it out for Shara. This time he doesn't shoot it. Up top, Ray slices inside, leaves it for Brooks. He's fouled! Count it! And 1.
What a pass, too, by Cameron Ray. That puts him at 10 assists, a career high for Cameron. And Jameer, playing the game of his life, has done every single timely play that you've needed.
Jameer can tie his career high with this free throw. Every starter has at least 8 points for Franklin Simpson. That's the mark for the career high for Jameer. He missed it long, so he stays at 7. Can't quite join that club. And it's 67-60 with 40 seconds left to go.
You have to play up. You cannot allow them to shoot a 3.
Switzer gets around Brooks, slices inside, and you foul him, but he missed the layup.
And that was a very lucky foul right there, because if he makes that, they get a 3-point play and the clock stops. You just can't allow that to happen.
35 seconds left to go. There's still a lot of time left in this game, especially with how Franklin Simpson has been trying to keep Logan County in this game. And with the shooting acumen that Logan County has, Switzer buries the first free throw. You know they can hang around, not just good from 3. They're 12 for 12 at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, both teams are amazing from the free throw line as he makes the next one.
Switzer's played a fantastic game to his credit. He's got 15 points after he had just 8 against Franklin Simpson the first time around. McAllister will inbound underneath the Logan County basket with 35 seconds left to go. 3 Cats take off from the right baseline. Jakai comes back to get it. He's guarded right now by Goodlow, and Goodlow reaches in and commits the foul. Jakai Partinger will go to the line for 2 free throws. He had 13 points in the opening half, just 2 so far in this second half. Brody, Cam, and Cole have picked up the slack. But Jakai will have 2 huge free throws. He's 21 for 26 at the line over his last 10 games, a 62% shooter on the season, as he bends and fires and misses the first one long.
You got to close. Right now they're going to bring back Zay Hampton back in the game defensively. The last thing you want to do is foul. You can't foul, you can't give up a 3.
67-62, 31 seconds left to go. Jakai takes his dribbles, spins, breathes, fires. That one swishes home.
Both team with a timeout.
Here comes Switzer the other way in a 6-point game. Right side, Partinger cuts him off. Hightower sets a screen. Switzer drives in on the left side. Missed the layup. Rebound tipped. It goes back to Switzer. Was his foot on the baseline? It was. 20 seconds left, 68-62. Franklin Simpson gets it back with a 6-point lead. I don't know about that. That might be a premature load the buses chant from the student section, I'll be honest. I might hold that for a little while longer. McAllister will inbound. Cam Ray comes to get it. Guarded by Bland, who picks up a quick foul. He didn't really look like he meant to.
They needed to, though.
It's the right decision with 18 seconds on the clock. Cam Ray will go to the line. He can get into double figures if he makes these 2 free throws.
These 2 free throws more or less put it away. Logan County still has an opportunity if they cannot make these.
As the first free throw doesn't go.
So I was going to say, the opportunity is for Logan County to go down, take a quick 3, and call a timeout, which stops the clock, even on their own made basket.
Wildcats are just 3 for 6 at the line in this fourth quarter. The second free throw does fall for Cam. He's got 9, and the lead is 7. 69-62. Hightower, left side, deep 3 over Partinger, missed it long. Hampton comes in to get the rebound, and I think they're going to get a foul down low against Scherer fighting for the rebound with 8 seconds left to go in the game. That's his 4th. I don't think it affects anything at this point.
Didn't put him in the bonus, so that's good.
The next one would, with 8 seconds left to go. Rebound or inbound is over the head of Hightower, who tips it once. Johnson saves it. Hightower forces up a 3. It's missed long. Cam Ray lets it go. There are 0.8 of a second left on the clock. And now you can chant. Now you can celebrate. And Logan County, just to let us all soak it in a bit more, will take a timeout with 0.8 of a second left to go in this ball game. 69-62. Franklin Simpson will walk out of here winners of 3 straight. They'll match Logan County at 5-1 in the district and make a statement, just like the Lady Cougars of Logan County did, that this thing is a bit more wide open than people might have thought.
Yeah, I mean, I think this game makes a statement, especially you're going to have this district tournament on your home court. This game makes the statement that we are here to play, we are here to win the district and make a run.
The final second ticks off. The final buzzer sounds, and the Wildcats make it a double-header sweep. 69-62, the final score. They take it over Logan County here tonight, moving to 5-1 in district play. Logan County finishes the year with the same mark at 5-1. The Cougars fall to 16-10 overall on the season, while the Wildcats pick up win number 8. They've won 3 in a row, standing at 8-13 overall on the year. 13th year head coach Dee Spencer picks up career win number 190 in his time at Franklin Simpson. 69-62 again, your final score here tonight, your post-game show featuring final stats and our interview with Coach Spencer, as well as our player of the game. I've got a inkling of a feeling of who that's going to be for the Wildcats here tonight. All of that on the way after this on 92.3 WFKN.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust them.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank, is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow.
Are you looking for a place to connect, grow, and worship? Discover Franklin First United Methodist Church in downtown Franklin. Join us every Sunday for 2 uplifting services. Experience our traditional service at 9 a.m., where hymns and heartfelt messages bring our community together. Or come to our contemporary worship service at 11 a.m., where you'll find a lively atmosphere filled with modern music and inspiration. No matter where you are on your faith journey, there's a place for you here. Join us this Sunday at Franklin First United Methodist Church. We can't wait to welcome you home.
Hey, Mr. Smith, what was that call about last Friday night?
Well, Doc, I thought he crossed the line.
I'm pretty sure everyone in the stands thought you were the one that crossed the line with that call.
I guess I get that all the time, Doc.
Well, I'm glad you finally came in here to get your eyes checked at Wilkins Eye Care.
And like I said, I hear that all the time.
Go, Cats!
Wilkins Eye Care, 705 North Main Street, Franklin, Kentucky.